Later. Oh, okay now. All right, we are in session 15. We took a week off because I had to go home for Thanksgiving week break, and we didn't really have a chance to do a makeup session because I also had like a last minute kind of work thing to make up for money lost. But the group, and let me get Albert kind of in a better like position to show where the group is right now. You guys got back to Fandolin. I believe we picked up kind of at the end of the night after the last adventure. You guys did some shopping, talked to some townspeople, etc., and then decided after like 4 choices for quests, you decided to go to Butterskull Ranch, which is to like east northeast along the Tribor Trail, because along the way you also learned there was a shrine that you could kind of check out, that there's been some rumors of some hostile activity, and I think there's even one more thing that maybe you could have checked out along the way, but you veered in the direction of the shrine, and as you were walking through the woods, you met Faunum, who, Shannon, what kind of creature is that again? Or if anybody remembers.
But no, my mute button wasn't. I was hitting it. It wasn't unmuting. It's a kind of centaur called a. Let me make sure I get it exactly right. It's an Elaphio centaur.
Elaphio centaur, which is half deer on the bottom, female humanoid torso, has clothing, so don't get your hackles up, and
panties in a bunch.
No panties, nothing like that, no tents, and she has been scouting this for. She's coming back and forth for a few days now, trying to get in the lay of the land, and she actually has numbers for you. So she found out there were 4 orcs and 2 ogres. The orcs move around a little bit. The ogres kind of patrol in a pretty set fashion. And y'all came up with a plan together wherein she would be a distraction to draw as many of them like toward the west as she could. She conjured a couple tasty-looking deer and went off in that direction. 1 ogre and 1 orc fell for the ruse. I think they were the only ones that could really see it, but it still dwindled their numbers quite a bit. And in the meantime, the group was able to take out, apparently Rio downed 1 orc all by himself, from what I'm told. I barely remember anything anymore. And as one of the ogres was getting on its last legs, it was taken out with an opportunity attack from Sarissa. And that is where we're at. So let me copy and paste this remaining, what's the word, in initiative order.
I'm gonna go grab my sword while you copy and paste.
And I think we're at the top, right? We didn't stop halfway through it.
Is there an initiative tracker?
I have never found one in Owlbear. I don't have a plugin if there is a plugin. I've just been kind of letting you guys know what your initiative is and who's next. And
it should be Neil's turn, unless there was anybody after Sarissa. I was the last one that went.
If we're starting at the top, it will be Neil had 15, Rio had 13, Sarissa had 10, and I have not been in the habit of letting you guys know what the initiative rolls were for monsters. You can just figure that out as the fight progresses.
Does anybody remember if they still have the Bardic Inspiration?
Good question.
I still do. I didn't use it.
Okay, yeah, because I gave it. I know I gave one out, but I don't think it was used, so it must have been you. Okay.
All right. So Neil's up with Rio on deck.
Okay, Neil just saw this ogre get massacred by Sarissa as it was running away, so he's feeling emboldened. He thinks the fight is going pretty well. He's gonna pop out around this corner, take a look at this orc, and let's see.
The upside down orc is representative of the dead one.
Let's see. He will he will say to the orc, looks like you're not having a very good time, not having a good day. I don't think you know what you're doing. and he'll use Vicious Mockery.
How dare you? That was brutal. All right.
And he crits.
You can't crit with Vicious Mockery?
Oh yeah, what am I doing? This stupid I don't have it added to my character sheet correctly because you gave it to me as a free cantrip, and so I couldn't actually add it.
Touche.
And so I have it added incorrectly. Hold on.
I did not expect you to take like the most popular bard cantrip as your free one. I think it would probably be easier to add.
I've already taken it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So a wisdom save. Sorry, please give me a wisdom save.
And if I'm doing my math correct, what's your charisma bonus right now?
It is 3, and I've got my pan flute.
So that's 11 plus 3 is 12. Sorry, 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 2 proficiency is 13 plus your pan flute would be 14.
Yeah, and I don't know. Does the pan flute even count?
Yeah, attack rolls and saving throws. Or DC, it ups your DC for your spells.
Yeah, then
14?
Actually, no, I think it's well, yeah, it should be 14. Why does it? Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Yeah, 14.
Okay, cool.
Turned around. 14.
He rolled a 15. His wisdom is unfortunately a +0. I was thinking there might be like a -2, but he's got 11, so he does save. So that's Orc 2.
Then Neil will run away. Neil will hurry back in cover. That's
all right, Rio, you are up.
Yeah. So zooming in and finding a target. Dum 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 dum.
Upside down means dead. Oh, actually, it's already been highlighted as well.
Ah, there's a target. So I will carefully step over that pile of bones and another 5 foot out. So I have LOS on this Gomer here.
Did we lose you?
And that's a 14.
Okay.
Hit or a miss?
Armor class at hits.
So there's like 15 damage.
How the fuck?
Thanks to Colossus Slayer.
If it's bigger than you?
No.
I thought that's the whole point.
It's been hit. If its hit points are below max,
they are not.
Colossus Slayer is an excellent.
This orc has been untouched so far.
Oh, then only 9 damage.
Okay. He is very touched now. Looking bloody.
Right. And now I will duck back into cover.
Okie dokie. Next up is... Oh, bonus action?
Bonus action. Well, I didn't declare it.
Oh, you wanted a hunter's mark?
Favorite foe.
Oh.
But I didn't declare it.
Okay. Is that the one you can, like, use once a day?
Well,
or...
yeah, I can do that after hitting him.
Yeah.
So... add another 3 points of ouch.
Okay. Looking very sad. Next up is orc that has Sorry, just let me look.
Thinking of way better insults now.
Hey,
I
they
just
can't.
thought of a better insult.
They can't all be ringers.
You're gonna be orc meat. Orc meat.
Okay, so favorite foe is once per. Oh, proficiency times per long rest. So this orc number 2 was your favorite foe, and I would assume you have one more left to use at your discretion before the next long rest. Oh, it's concentration. That's interesting. I haven't done a lot of reading. Okay, anyway, sorry. So off camera, nobody knows what's happening. Pretend like Orc 1 doesn't exist. Don't even look over here, guys. This part of the map doesn't exist. He went in search of the horses or deer or whatever with this ogre dude. Let's see if he's gotten bored here. Nope. That's a nat 1, so he's gonna keep looking. Fucking nat 1, man. Alright. Next up, we have Sarissa. And then a bunch of enemies.
Yay!
So, Rio just hit orc number 2, right?
Orc number 2 is bleeding bad.
Okay, so Sarissa will... I'll go up to him. Let me see. Because I don't really have any ranged spells or anything, so I will take a swipe at him with my longsword.
Okay.
I can't see what's happening, but... Okay, it just showed up. So 12?
I see a 12. 12 just barely misses. The dude gets his... I'm gonna say he gets his sword up to parry just in time.
Can I use my... Are you allowed... So I get so confused because can I use Bardic Inspiration on this? Is that a legal use of it? And is that the D6 or is that re-rolling the D20? I cannot remember.
Go ahead, Neil. I'll explain it, but I thought I heard Neil. You're muted. If you have been talking, Neil.
I can't hear you, Neil.
Neil.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure it says right in the description that you can decide after you see the roll whether you want to use it.
After you see the roll, but before you know the outcome is technically the roll.
Okay.
So since I told her it missed, technically not supposed to use it.
Yeah. I think I think that's such a strange rule because like how are you supposed to jump in before you answer whether it hits or not,
They're trying not to have like training wheels, I think, for every single ability, like calling for I don't know. Lucky is the only training wheels feat that I know of where I missed, I'm going to use luck. But
right. Well, then I guess it would be like, every time you would have to ask, do you want to use your Bardic? Do you want to use your Bardic?
I'm not.
Computer asking you, to make sure you remember, because otherwise it's like,
That's not my job as the DM.
That's true.
Yeah. But since it's almost dead anyway, this one time you're welcome to use the Bardic.
Okay. And
it doesn't even matter what you roll, honestly.
So that's the D6, right?
Yeah.
1.
It literally didn't matter.
Do it.
Yeah. So, give me damage. I don't think you can't kill it, to be honest, but we'll see.
Okay. Don't curse me that way. Hold on.
Your strength is like +2, right?
Yeah.
At least.
Hold my beer. And then, oh, wow. So 3 plus 6, so 9?
How does this 9? Oh, because Justin and I were talking about this. Like, we were trying to figure out how you got that plus for your damage rolls, and it's because of that feat, right? No, it's your fighting style.
My fighting style.
Duelist?
Yeah.
I think. All right.
So it's a
Plus one weapon.
1d8
Yeah.
plus 6.
So
9.
how does your longsword kill this orc?
Sarissa literally is looking around for Rio, sees Neil, gives him a thumbs up, and just shish kebabs the guy without even really looking at him. Just like, okay, we got this dealt with. Let's head out.
All right.
Yay!
I stick him in his belly and I pull it up to his collarbone.
At this point in time, I'm actually going to say that we're out of initiative.
Okay.
So, what you guys up to?
Let's see. I'm in the tower. Is there anything of note in the little ruined tower that I'm searching?
Good point. For one,
Where'd Rio go too? I can't see Rio.
he's a ranger.
North of that wall.
Oh, there he is.
You don't know. He's a ranger. He's stealthy. He's hiding.
Right? Fucking rangers.
Right. In the wow.
Both my friends are slayers.
Something
They're
bad.
true hunters.
In the tower you are in, there is a large, rusty iron bell. Like Liberty Bell size, probably.
Like on the ground.
Yeah. Sure.
Cool. I probably shouldn't touch it.
You beat the tetanus check. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. Well, I'll probably fly back over to Sarissa and let her know what I saw.
We should probably prepare for the next wave of bad guys.
Oops.
Next wave of bad guys.
The ones that chased after the deer.
What's going on in these tents?
Oh,
Neil
yeah.
goes and starts looking around in his tent.
In the section that you are in, you see like this. The ogres and the orcs have made this their camp. There's broken bones, as you can see on the map, some broken weapons, shattered armor. You are actually in the quadrant that the ogres claim or have claimed, and that's about. Oh, it's all it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's about it.
Do we want to sneak over and try to get the jump on some of the others we hear over by the deer? Do we want to stay here and wait for them to come to us? I vote we should find Rio and maybe drag these bodies out of the open and get them off into the woods.
I'm not touching that.
Yeah, like what would it take for us to at least drag the bodies or cover them with brush or something? Like how would we be able to do that quick enough to at least make it not completely obvious we just massacred part of their people?
That might take some time. I liked your first idea about going and killing those other two. Maybe we should just go take care of them now, so that they don't come back later and surprise us.
Yes, we can do that. And I'm gonna do like our let's move out and go after the other guy's hand signal in the air and hope that Rio's paying attention, because we have hand signals.
All right, let's go.
All right. So, what's your guys' plan? Where are you going?
We're gonna head down. I vote we. Come with me, Neil. We're gonna go down south here and inch along the southern wall.
don't ring the bell.
Yeah, avoiding the bell.
Don't ring the bell. We should be stealthy. Make sure you're being stealthy. Make sure you're being stealthy. Be stealthy.
If you are trying to be stealthy, then please give me some stealth checks. And did I lose Rio's token or?
Rio moved stealthily.
So stealthily the GM lost him. Oh, there you are. Okay, you blend in with the freaking grass. That's to be expected.
I vote we just kind of post up right here. Is this a bush right in front of me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I mean, Neil's already in the courtyard, so the bush.
Yeah, Sarissa's not going to try to be stealthy because I know I'm not stealthy.
You can still try. You never know.
So, no, I
just rolled a 9, so.
Yeah, I just kind of.
Rio, are you more or less? Are you staying in the courtyard, or are you going to be following them to like the outside of the wall?
I'll be following them using Mark of the Wild.
Okay.
You can attempt to hide even when only lately obscured.
Is that an elf thing or a ranger thing? I think it's elf, but
it's an elf thing.
I say ranger has the one where like
a wood elf thing.
Okay. Then, yeah. I got a 9 from Neil. No stealth attempt from Sarissa, so I'm not entirely sure that it matters. But Bart, I'm sure if you want to roll for it, you're welcome to, just to see if the dice tell a story here.
I did.
Okay. As you guys are all kind of conglomerating in this area, trying to stay behind this broken wall, you hear from this direction. Psst. Psst.
Psst. I signal for Neil to fly over there quietly and to go see who's psting.
It's got to be that Eleforitar. Let me go check.
Neil dies instantly. No. Send your squishiest character to scout a possible trick. Yeah, whatever. All right. Let me see if I know how to do this. Hold on. It is.
Sarissa can't see more than 10 feet in front of her.
And Neil will do whatever Sarissa tells him to do.
True. Sarissa may not be able to see things that are hiding.
Okay.
Fuck, that didn't work. Ah!
I'll just signal for Neil to kind of fly over there quiet and see if he can't scope out who's psting us.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I thought I knew how to do this. Okay, fuck this. Ugh. Okay. Oh, that almost worked. Hold on.
It's showing up for a second, and then it's...
Yeah, it keeps going back to black.
I'm trying to cut the fog, like, permanently.
Yeah.
And it's cutting it, like, temporarily.
That's weird.
What the fuck? I don't have multi-layer on. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so let me just move it. That'll work. Okay. It is your friend. God damn it. She says,
Faunum?
It's Faunum, yeah.
Faunum?
It's the same one for Faunum.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a female deer centaur token.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. I think I might have used the elf. Okay, anyway. She says, one of the orcs came out of the structure of the building and got the other orc and ogre. And then I was behind the trees. I waited for them to leave. They seemed to go somewhere to like the western portion of the building, maybe a little bit to the north. I don't know. I lost track of them because I was trying to be quick and stealthy and to come back to you and warn you. I don't know where they are. I don't know what they're doing, but they're together now. They're
together inside the building?
I don't know. That's the That's the last direction I saw them
I
go.
thought they ran after your conjuration.
They did, but then an orc came out of the building. Maybe he saw what you guys were doing in the other portion of the courtyard and didn't want to take you alone. I don't know.
And so he called them back, or?
Yeah, he got them both. Yeah.
Well, maybe you can you do this? Can you do your trick again?
I don't know if they're gonna fall for it a second time.
Yeah.
Maybe I should keep my magics available for healing or yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, we're not too worried about it. I'm with Rhea and Sarissa, and those guys can fight. Those guys can fight like you wouldn't believe they can fight. So just come with us. We'll be okay.
Okay.
And Sarissa does hand motions to Rhea like, great, we're gonna die.
I'm gonna Neil, do you tend to like stay a little back from the fighting?
Yes.
I'm
yes,
gonna
I
do that with you.
Okay. No
If
problem.
all else fails, I can turn into an animal and try to help. But I, believe it or not, I've only been in these woods and I'm kind of young, so I haven't seen a lot of animals.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You can hang back with me, and we'll cast spells.
Okay. Alright. Still trying to figure out this stupid... What are you guys doing? Motherfucker.
It sounds like we need to just assault this temple.
Is Neil back over by me?
Yes. Yeah. I pretty much just told Fawnham what I told her, and
Okay.
flew back to you, expecting that she'd follow me. Whoa. Now.
No,
Okay.
I can't see anything.
I know. I'm working on things while you guys plan.
So Sarissa will whisper to Bart and Neil, well, we could throw some thaumaturgy to distract them potentially, or to try to get them out the door. We could attempt to stealth. What do you think, Bart and Neil?
Hey, I've got fairy fire. I could, if I can get them all, with fairy fire, you shouldn't have any problem taking them out.
Well, I could, let's see. I should be able to see how, we're close enough to that back door, right? To this building. There's a door on the back.
There is, you do not see a door back there.
There is no door?
There's only Zool.
Is this a ruins? Like, is it enclosed and there's a roof and a dome and stuff, or is it like there are these ruins with no?
So during the process, during the process of your scouting, which you did enough of that you saw that the main entrance is up north. You did notice, obviously, that let me shadow. You noticed like this portion is broken. This wall is broken. And that's about all you really noticed, because you guys went around...
What is this?
That's a wall.
What is this curved part?
It's a wall.
What does the top of it look like?
What, like the top of the wall? Or like the ceiling? The roof?
Ceiling. Is it just a wall that with no ceiling?
So this was an old stone temple with a belfry. So that could be the belfry, given the shape. Or it could be a... I don't know, actually. It doesn't really tell.
Belfry's probably where we found the big bell in the right corner.
Well, it mentions the belfry as part of the actual stone temple. So that
would probably be the round thing at the bottom.
I think it is too. But there's a drawing inside that makes me think it's something weird. I don't know.
Well, let me ask this: do I see any windows? Like Neil could fly up and he would fly up and go peek in the windows if he could.
Oh, sorry, no, the belfry is actually like smack dab in the middle. There's another map for that. Oh, actually, there's not. It's just a roof. If you could somehow spring up to the top of the roof, there's a map for the roof, but I don't think any of you guys can. You can fly, but
I can fly.
Is this wall that with this hole right here by the two dead guys? Is it like a hole completely through, where something can come through, or is it just broken down?
Completely broken down. The rubble might be a foot or so.
Like a point of egress for anybody inside.
Yes, or outside. Yeah.
But, guys, maybe I should fly over top of it and see what I can see. I mean, even if they see me, at least I can see them.
How about we have you fly up, and if they do see you, I will position myself where I can make a very loud. I can make my voice very loud, and make the ground around this hole in the southern wall, the area rumble with my voice, challenging them. So maybe we could potentially gooseneck them or bottleneck them coming out one point if they see you.
Ooh, yeah. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. This is a good idea. Maybe, let's see. I got a disguise kit, don't I? Let me look here. Yeah, I got a disguise kit. Why don't I make myself look like a devil?
Or a bird.
Different tactics there.
I'm thinking I can convince them that I'm like a demon or a devil.
Oh.
Like maybe if I look like a demon, and then you use your thaumaturgy to.
I am so sorry, Neil, but I refuse to work with demons. A devil, yes. A demon, never. I am a tiefling after all.
Nice.
So Sarissa's standing there just like I've been, like, you just asked me what color my underwear are, looking at you like, did you just say demon?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like a devil. Like a handsome devil.
Excellent. Yes, that sounds wonderful. And if you cannot convince them, I will make my voice very loud and booming and make the ground rumble by this southern hole in the wall. And perchance we can have funneled them through all there instead of having them come from all sides. Fingers crossed.
Well, maybe we can just scare them away, period. Maybe we can just scare the living crap out of them.
I don't know that would work, but I will definitely say something scary and insulting if I have to use my thaumaturgy. And I will intimidate them to the best of my ability.
You guys can't see that, right?
Got this weird. Yes, we can. Got this weird feeling at the back of my neck. I'm not sure what it is.
Well,
I can't see anything. I'm looking at this. I'm assuming this is the only hole we can see right here.
Yes. And I checked the book in like all the sections. There's no windows as far as I can tell. So.
Okay, but Neil flies up to look. Is there just a full roof that I won't be able to see anything inside? Okay, all right.
I believe since it is a bell tower,
I could get in.
There should be open access. Yeah.
Ooh,
it doesn't say. I don't think it expects anybody to be able to fly in this module, so it doesn't really say. But I'm pretty sure there would be.
Let me fly up to the belfry and stealthily I'll take a peek. And then come back.
Excellent.
And keep that spell on reserve in case things go wrong.
And while he's doing that, Sarissa will just kind of casually walk down this way to get within 30 feet of that entrance.
I'll be right back, Faunum. Just relax. And then Neil will fly up to the belfry and stealthily try to peek in.
Okay. And then while Neil is moving where he is moving and Sarissa is moving where she is moving, Rio, what you doing?
Listening very carefully.
Okay. I'm going to have Faunum. She's like, I can't fly, so I'm going to hang out with you. Is that okay, Rio?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Just
good.
be very, very quiet.
She, very, very gingerly is moving her hooved feet. But grass, so muffled. What was that, Sarissa? What do you want to do?
Sarissa will have spooled up thaumaturgy twice. First, I'll get my voice ready to go, and then as long as we're not in combat, and then so that the ground will also shake. So when I speak, I can cast my voice and make it very loud and booming, but I can also have the ground shake around this hole in the wall, and I'm kind of tucked down behind this. I've moved over, so I should be behind this tent slightly, so I'm not just standing there like, bring it on, boys.
You can create one of the following magical effects within range.
You can stack them if you can do them.
You can have up to 3 of its one. Oh, I would say the first thing and then, but the last thing. Okay. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so I know Sarissa has that ready to go. Thank you for moving Faunum with you. Neil, do your scouting thing. Imagine that all of this. I don't know how to do this. So, where are you trying to scout? Like into the belfry?
Yeah. At first, I'm just gonna stealthily just peek, just barely peek, just assuming that something is gonna be there. I'm just gonna start peeking to see if I see anything inside the belfry.
Okay, so for perception checks from Rio and Neil, please. Unless Sarissa, you were also like claiming that you were listening or looking for something.
No, I'm
okay.
Nope. Sarissa's just standing there preparing to cast her voice, make it boom loudly, and shake the ground.
22 like from that. Neil. The belfry.
I used my disguise kit, and I look like a devil, by the way.
What exactly? What exactly does that mean?
That means that like I've got like face paint on that like makes my makes my skin look red, and I've got like some horns, and I've got like a cape, and I've got maybe a pitchfork.
Oh, Neil, you sexy little devil, you. Sarissa pins his fake tail up to his shoulder so it looks like it's moving around when he moves.
I don't think that a disguise kit can do all those things for you, but...
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it can give you a pitchfork.
Yeah, it says this pouch of cosmetics,
small props.
Small props. Yeah.
You are a small guy. Small props. So red face paint. Colored your hair.
I'm just gonna make it. I'm just gonna use whatever I can in my disguise kit to make me look like a devil.
Do you have proficiency with it?
I don't know that there is such a thing.
There is proficiency with this kit. Lets you add
tools. Yes, disguise kit proficiency. I guess yeah, I do.
Okay, so give me a deception check. If you're not proficient with deception, actually, you know what? Add proficiency. So, are you proficient in deception?
I am not.
Okay, so just add your proficiency once, and this would be D20. What? This wouldn't. I wouldn't say it's a charisma check for using a freaking disguise kit. I would say it's more like intelligence to apply it all correctly. And so D20 plus intelligence plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, D20. I nailed it.
Wait, what's your result?
20.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just pretend I'm not. Oh wow, okay. Just pretend I'm not looking at the dice tray because I'm looking at other shit. Okay.
So I now look like the spitting image of a devil, if not slightly smaller than the average devil.
Have you ever seen wings. A devil in your travels? Or in books, maybe, or
in books
described to you.
Yeah.
Okay, then you, based on your readings and no actual interactions, but even with never seeing one in person, you are a spitting image of a little flying kind of like imp devil thing. Perception check of 22 means that you don't see or hear anything in the belfry area.
Okay,
And
can
Rio,
I
what was
peek
your
inside?
perception check?
15.
Okay. You also
No,
don't
16.
you also don't see or hear anything in your vicinity. You want to go inside?
Yes, stealthily.
Okay. Where to?
What is there like stairs leading down? Is that like, am I in like a little like tower top area with a circular like room with stairs leading down, or what does it look like?
A 10-foot square hole in the ceiling, which is 40 feet high, leads to the belfry. There is no rope. The bell looks like it's made of untarnished copper. It actually, it does say the belfry can be reached from the outside by climbing, blah blah blah. So like it was reachable. You could enter it. Or spider climb or fly.
But it's just like a
It's just a
drop
hole.
it's just a drop to the bottom of
40 feet down to the ground
40
floor.
40 feet. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna run off by myself, so Neil will.
The perception
Neil
check was just looking for like where enemies are, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Cool.
I'll just fly back down then and go back to the group. Be like, yeah, we can get in that way, but it's a 40-foot drop, and I couldn't see what was down there.
Well, we could also we could go with Plan B. I could try to do and intimidate them and make my voice very loud, throw it to the opening, make the ground rumble, and see if we can't goad them all into coming out of one small opening to give us perhaps a slight advantage.
But yeah, this position right here is a pretty defensible position. I mean, we got things to hide behind. We have you know, some walls at our backs. This is a pretty good position, so maybe we should coax them out, and I'll try to scare them.
Excellent, and I too can attempt to intimidate them with my voice, and perhaps we can get the jump on them, so we could fire off, I don't know, a round of attack before they fully engage.
Well, I think they're just gonna crap their pants and run away when they see me.
Perhaps I could throw my voice, make the ground rumble, make it loud, and you could stand at the opening and attempt to intimidate them while you do the movements, and I attempt the intimidation with my voice and said sound effect. Practical effect.
Yeah, to tell them that this is my temple.
So Sarissa will grab her holy symbol and say, "Oh, Magic Sky Daddy overseeing this all. Does that sound like a good plan?" Riley.
What is that supposed to do? What am I supposed to do with that?
Neil seems to think he wants to try to intimidate him out of there.
Okay, you haven't. Are you praying to your god? Or are you just asking?
No, I'm talking to the Magic Sky Daddy, which would be you, because you're just sitting there. And I'm like, is the DM gonna shoot this down? Does he like this?
You haven't done anything. What are you talking about?
Okay, so Sarissa will do the hand signals for Neil to get next to the opening, and then we'll discuss like the second you hear my voice, or actually what I'll say is you pop into the opening, and I will speak, and you just look fierce. All 2'5" of you.
Sounds good. I'm a devil.
Oh, Jesus. We're gonna die. So first, do I roll intimidation to see if I can make my voice sound super intimidating? With the throwing my voice, making it 3 times louder, and making the ground shake. But I want to do it intimidating.
Does it
I
say
feel
that?
like this is like a group intimidate. This is
Yeah.
this is like we're both trying through both of our efforts. We're trying to do an intimidation.
Does it? Okay, so does it say that you can change your voice via thaumaturgy, or just make it louder?
I can make my voice boom up to 3 times as loud. I can throw my voice to come from a place I can see, and I can make the ground shake. So if my voice is 3 times as loud, and that's why I'm saying, can I roll like intimidation? Just because either I'm going to sound intimidating or I'm not.
So where would you like your voice? So it's not going to change what your voice sounds like. Just make it louder. Where
3
would
times
you?
louder. Yeah, it's just going to boom.
Where do you want to throw it as well?
Right. So right here.
Okay.
So Neil will pop out into this hole, and then I'm going to make my announcement.
Okay.
So
I'll say you can do all. So you're throwing it first, and then you're amplifying it as well, and then you're following it up with ground shake.
With tremors, as like while I'm speaking, it's very loud. It's coming from right where Neil is, and the ground will be shaking in a 30-foot, or however far it can shake. Just there'll be tremors, ground tremors.
So yeah, that was gonna be my question. What's the radius for the ground tremors?
I think it's 30 feet. Let me see.
Yeah.
30 feet. Area, okay. 30 feet.
I'm hoping
so, yeah, it'll make it. So I'm going to make my voice 3 times louder, throwing it into that hole, and then making the ground shake while speaking.
Okay. What do you say? And Neil's going to stand in the opening where all that's coming from, basically?
Yes, and
okay.
Look. And so, do I have to roll intimidation?
And look devilish.
Neil,
to see how I sound?
So the sound is are you gonna try to imitate like a devilish, like Neil-sized devil voice?
Yeah, I want to sound as devil as possible, but it's going to be about. I want to try to make it sound deeper and scary, like like John Malkovich. Not a super deep manly voice, but when he says something, he's gonna fuck your shit up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you an opportunity here, RP wise. Okay. You are gonna do your best to sound exactly like you're trying to sound, because basically her voice is your voice.
Yeah.
So her ability, unless you have like really good performance, which we can get into in a second, but play act exactly how you want to sound, and what you're gonna say. And I will either give you a straight roll or advantage or maybe disadvantage if it's really bad. And then Neil, you're gonna have a performance check to basically be trying to mouth the words that are coming from Sarissa. Since this is a group intimidation check.
Why does this thing keep fucking rolling dice? I'm just trying to turn it off.
You no say.
Sorry. It's like it. Okay, so I'll wait for Neil to do the hand signal for me to begin to talk.
Let's just pretend.
Neil will give the signal and sort of step into the doorway there.
And Sarissa will be
to make sure he's seen.
Yeah.
Make sure you're seen.
They'll probably whip around and look at you when they hear Sarissa start booming voice.
That's the we hope anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the room. This is what you see.
Okay. Fair enough. But that we'll stick to the plan anyway, because we're assuming that they're inside and we'll hear it.
Yeah.
The insidiously clever master plan.
For sure. So get your shit together, Sarissa. Think about what you're gonna say and lay it on us. In the perfect devil voice imitation that you can do. We all know you can do.
Who goes in my temple? Be gone, foul beast, before I end you.
Nice.
Okay. Instead of advantage on that, I will give you a +2. So
Okay, so
you
roll
are doing.
intimidation,
What's your intimidation versus deception? What are those two scores?
I'm a charisma base, so my intimidation is +5. Like that's what I do
Well,
is intimidate.
Deception is also charisma, so that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I only have a +3 on deception because I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not proficient in deception.
And so
Sure.
give me your intimidation roll.
Okay.
Add 2 on top of
Oh
it.
fuck. So
Neil,
I
give me
only
your
got
performance.
A 10 because I only got an 8 + 2, so it only came out at 10.
Okay.
Performance?
Yep. You're trying to mouth.
Wait. Wait. Were you talking to him? I'm sorry. Did I roll
No,
wrong?
you rolled perfect.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I guess like if no one can even see my mouth move, it doesn't really. I don't know what performance I'm really giving.
You were still trying, so.
Okay.
Honestly, this has the effect that I kind of thought it would. So you don't hear any movement, any reaction. They're not fooled.
Well, Neil thought that was just amazing, and he's riding high on this theatric like role that he's playing as a devil. He just thinks that this is the coolest thing ever. So he's just gonna fly. He's gonna capitalize on this moment anyway and come over here and go in this door.
Okay.
Sarissa will make her steps boom as she walks and just kind of post, but then make it sound like she's walking this way, but then post up by this hole and see what happens.
Okay, so thaumaturgy again to make it sound like you're going to the north.
Yeah, like
but
boom,
actually,
boom, like there's something big stomping off up the east side of the building, and then post up by this hole right here.
That's a fun little one.
Talk to Neil.
I'll give the overall check a +2 again, so you're sitting at 12 with Neil's 13, which again he was right. Like nobody's watching his mouth move, so probably not the most necessary, but. He said he wanted to do it.
So they haven't seen me yet. They haven't seen my devilish good looks.
I'm trying to figure out. I might have to do multi-level shit. So hold on a second. Actually, no, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. Okay. Let me kill one of the things here. That's not what I meant to kill. But okay, let me do better. Fuck, I can't do better. I need multi-layer. This, I think I'm gonna purchase freaking Foundry soon because this is annoying. I've never had this much problem before. Okay, so multi-level is on. Shoot. Bear with me. I'm sorry. So you know what? That works for now. So, Neil, you do see the hole in the floor up here, or a hole in the ceiling. Sorry, that is the 40 feet high belfry entrance where you were previously.
Oh, really? What? That would have been back.
Nope, it's here. Middle of the building.
I see. I flew all the way up to the mid. I got
right.
you. Okay,
yeah. You do actually see. You probably are losing my marker, but this room continues. And you know what? Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna do I can actually make this easier here for everybody. This is what you see. You see the opening here to another room. You see the opening here to a south room. Sarissa has joined you. You probably hear her clanking.
I'm
once I see it and I see there's no enemies, I'm gonna immediately fly back out.
Okay.
But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Sarissa.
I was just saying I was sneaking in. Do you give us the let's get the fuck out of Dodge hand signals?
Well, I'm just gonna come out here and be like, "There's nobody in this first room." But I like this room right here. Man, I wish we could get them to come fight us in this room. We could lock them up real good. You guys would kick their butts in this room.
Bart, what do you think? Oh. Clank, 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 clank. Bart, what do you think?
I think me and the horsey will stay out here until you let me know what's in the room beyond.
Excellent. So, Neil, what does the western wall look like? Are there holes in it? Is there only a door?
There was I believe there were doors. Were they doors?
Yeah, it's just wide open. Yeah, well, yeah. The door is...
Was it wide?
No, you know, I like that. The door's closed. To the west.
Yeah, there was the belfry. And a closed door to the south, too. And there's a bunch of closed doors. I just...
The fuck?
I wish they'd come out and see me. Be scared.
I wish they'd do everything we hoped they would do in our strategy.
So, Neil, what exactly is fairy fire that you say you have?
Oh, it gives everybody advantage on their attack rolls. I mean, their attacks.
Well, we could go clear the building room by room. I kick the door in, you fairy fire the room, and then we just kill things.
Yeah, I believe I have to be able to see everybody to cast this spell.
Well, we could also go post up out front and wait for them to come out. They will or they won't. So, does this building have like wood posts and stuff, like an old, like an old Norman type keep or something, where we could light it on fire? I'm serious, you know.
Floor
joists are...
I got rid of one of my murder hobos only to get another one. Apparently, it's fine.
It was a question, a perfectly legal question.
Rows of crumbling pillars support the 40-foot high vaulted ceiling. Bones, belfry, no rope. I think they're stone pillars, and it's a stone building. So as far as setting things on fire, I wouldn't.
So the roof gables and everything.
The roof is well, probably like clay shingles, but probably supported by wooden trellises and whatever roofs are made of. Probably
all right.
not.
Well, we're not getting anywhere, so Sarissa will go walking in and try this door right here.
Okay. Are you just trying to open it?
Yeah, just like see if it's gonna open.
Okay. It opens to.
Sarissa's moving in.
I can't. Let me figure it out. Let's just say it's a door that opens both ways. So which way do you want to open it? Toward you or away from you?
I'll pull it out a little bit and just
pull it toward you. Peek inside.
Yeah, because if I have to, I can hopefully slam it shut. It's easier than the undead grabbing it and yarding it out of my hands.
How far are you opening it before you peek?
I'm going to break out my compact mirror I use to make sure my teeth are clean when I'm in town. I'm going to open it about half an inch and use my mirror to peek in.
Half an inch is such a small amount of distance that I'm not even sure you're going to get anything.
Well, like I said, I'll hold it up and see what I can see with it. Do I see anything? Any movement? Anything?
And you're just going to like open the door like a tiny bit at a time with the mirror there?
Yeah. Like this, and just kind of see if I can see any movement or anything, and if I need to slam it shut.
And I need to be away from keyboard for a minute.
Okay.
His screen is... Oh, he put a cover. That's cool. Okay.
Should we take a break?
No. Well... No. So, Sarissa, as you were opening that door, sliver by sliver, with your mirror, I would say against the wall, so you're getting the best angle you can through the open door. I'm also saying the door opens on the south side of it, so like this side. So hinges on the north. As you're doing that, and you get to peek inside the room, it's a little bit dark, but you do in fact see in this section one of the orcs that is hiding and waiting.
Okay.
And what do you do when you see him? Or her, or it, whatever. You see no current movement or recognition from it.
Are there any windows in this room that I can see, or is it just
no windows in this building at all?
Okay, well, I'm assuming I can see. So can I make the ground rumble over here? Oh, you can't see where I'm pointing.
I can see, because I can see inside the shadow. You can't.
Like right here. I just literally want to just cast Thaumaturgy and just make it rumble and see if I can see the orc move or do anything.
Does it require a point you can see? Because so far you've said you would open the door like a half inch, so you can't see into the room at all aside from what your mirror allows you to see.
Well, if the door opens this way,
and
I have a mirror and I'm holding it like this, and I'm standing behind said door, and I'm looking into the mirror and I'm moving it this way, I should be able to see.
Okay, if you're rotating the mirror, sure, yeah, okay. Yeah. I was imagining a fixed angle on the mirror.
No.
Okay.
Who searches a room that way?
I don't fucking know. You didn't say, so I'm going off of what I think. You would see the orc as you're rotating it. You would see the beds along the north side of this room.
Okay.
And yeah, with the mirror spot you can see, I guess with a mirror, yeah, if you can. Well, no, spells need a direct line, so you would need direct line of sight to the spot you're trying to cast Thaumaturgy.
So does the door open? Is the hinge here, or is the hinge here?
Hinge is on the north.
So the hinge is here. So I'm standing here, and you said I see the orc standing right here?
Through your mirror, yes.
Sarissa will inch the door this way, and literally with all her force, slam it open into the wall onto the, you said orc?
You're slamming the door to the north because you're pushing it in?
Yeah, with all my, I'm just going to go barreling in and just try to squish it and pin it into the wall.
Okay. Then, let's roll initiative. Do we need a break?
No, as long as Bart's back.
And I'll roll initiative in a minute.
Oh, I got the same exact initiative for that orc. That's funny.
If I slam the door on him, am I allowed to like try to stick him with my sword too?
We'll get into that.
This is my temple.
Oh, two's dead. Okay. And remember, I'm not looking at the dice rolling, so let me know what you got.
6.
Alexa, roll initiative. Didn't work.
That would be cool.
I got a 6.
I got you. Neil?
It's 9.
Oh, boys. And gals.
My temple.
9.
I'm the devil in charge of this temple.
Ria, what'd you get? And, okay, so Neil... 13?
Yes.
1-3, gotcha. And give me a real assessment. Sarissa did not warn y'all that she was about to slam the door. However, you know that at least Neil knew she was going up to the door. Rio, do you think that you were staying outside with the Phantom?
I think I'll leave the Phantom outside.
Okay. So where would you have been?
Carissa did not graduate from Ranger School.
No, Sarissa saw something waiting to stick her and slammed the door into him so she could stick him very quickly.
Think I'll move up to where I can be useful.
Okay, so I will say that that is where you guys are when this whole door slamming open thing happens. All right. Sarissa.
You said I saw the orc, right? So yeah,
you did see the orc. You noticed that he didn't make any motion when you saw him, so he did not notice you. Mm-hmm. But then you did the door slam thing. So, strength check, please. We will see if your door slam gambit pays off.
17.
I gotta give it to you on that one, because it is a door, and the hinge is in the middle, so for the most part, the door's only going to open to, like, perpendicular. You know, it's not going to go into the corner and pin him, but that strength check knocks the door off its hinges. Yeah, I was going to do, like, a roll for, like, luck where the door bounces after that, but let's just say we're going to give it to you that it bounces toward the orc. As far as allowing you to stick him, you can do an attack roll if you want to as a surprise. I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't. He will have cover.
Sarissa is left-handed, by the way.
Yeah, he will have cover because the door has fallen on him.
Yeah.
So,
I was thinking like.
Yeah, give me your attack roll. And then we will go into initiative.
I'll try to I'll just come in and pin him to the wall and like try to shish kebab him like that.
Okay, wait. So things have changed now. So you are slamming the door open and then holding the door against him while you try to stick him?
No, I'm just slamming the door open, and I'm usually when you get hit by a door, you bounce into the wall, and when you're still trying to get your feet, I can go pink.
Okay. So from where you are, or maybe like an inch or two to the left, you are trying to stick him.
Yeah, just basically smack. And as he's rebounding, I just...
Give me your attack roll.
I'll use my long sword.
I want to make sure that I know what I'm doing here. Okay, I know what I'm doing here. So what'd you roll?
I rolled... Hold on, I'm trying to see. It's not showing up. Can somebody else see what I rolled?
I see a 12. 6 plus 6.
Okay. Yeah, so I rolled a 12.
How do you have plus... Oh, it's perfect. Yeah. Do you have plus 4 strength? Oh, you have a plus 1. Plus 3. Okay, cool. Even without the half cover that he has from the door, that would have missed.
Okay.
So the door does slam onto him. He does take an oof. I'm actually going to roll for that oof. Fucking rolled super high, so lucky oof. No, wait. Nope, I'm sorry. It was your attack. So give me a D4.
A D4.
Yeah, kind of like an improvised weapon kind of thing.
A 3?
Almost as good as mine. So yeah, he takes 3 damage from the door.
Wait.
And that is orc numero uno. Your attack missed, but the door did some damage to him.
Nice.
And now we are initiative. So, next up, so we're gonna... You guys rolled not great. Rio was 13, so okay. Rio, you are gonna be up next, but for now it is one of the orcs' turns. And let's reveal this room. If I can. Motherfucker. Stop it! There we go. Okay, so orc number 4, because he's about to reveal himself anyway, comes out here, and he has... I've kind of made this kind of randomized. He has a sword and shield, so I'm going to have to make sure I know his hit point, or his AC is +2, so let me put that somewhere. AC... Okay. He tries to take a sword attack at you.
Okay.
And he rolls an 11.
No.
Plus 5, so 16 to hit.
No.
Okay. So his how do you parry it? You shield block it? Does it clang off your armor?
I literally, because I'm facing one thing, I just bring my shield up behind me and stop him.
Okay. And you guys are welcome to describe like how things miss, just like I'm gonna try to do here and there. Make it short, but that was good. That was great.
Yeah.
That's all he has the action economy to do.
We lost John.
I know.
Rio.
He'll
Yeah,
probably be back soon. Or maybe we'll take a break. We'll see. So that is his turn.
Real quick question. Well, never mind, because... Never mind. Nope. Never mind. I read what I was looking, so I'm not going to ask a stupid question.
No worries. Actually, this gives me an opportunity to move some stuff here.
Yeah.
I've had to be kind of tricky with this shadow, this fog, because I can't figure out how to cut it. It's stupid.
It disappears for a minute and then it comes right back.
Yeah, I don't understand why it's not permanent. I literally have the fog cutting tool enabled.
Foundry.
Yeah. It's $50, but then again, Justin said I'm gonna want to host it, or have it hosted.
Well, how much is your sanity worth? Literally, you know what I mean?
No, I'd say with Foundry it's worse. You're gonna have all the learning curve on learning how to use Fog of War in Foundry is just as much as Owlbear Fog of War.
Really?
You're always gonna have problems, and I don't know. Well.
So I'm under the impression
way more technical problems with Foundry than there is with Owlbear.
I'm under the impression that Fog of War is entirely dependent on where you put your walls, which you're just creating straight lines and you're determining the height of those lines for the walls and doors. And that's it. Once you've determined where the walls and doors are, then the shadows take care of themselves, don't they? Fog of War takes care of itself. So
for dynamic lighting, yeah.
Yeah. Well, dynamic light and Fog of War, because if you can't see down the tunnel, but you just came from the tunnel, you know where the tunnel is, but you can't see past the curve in the tunnel anymore. So if there's enemies hiding there, you can't see them, based on how Foundry works. Mm-hmm. If I'm wrong, then...
No, I think you're right. You're right about that, yeah.
I mean, maybe Roll20 has upped their game from when it was being made fun of a lot by the people that I was playing with and watching, but...
Yeah, I'd say the features are almost very similar. There's not... as far as I can tell, the dynamic lighting's the same on both.
Okay.
So when we were playing in Foundry, was it just that Andy was a master with Foundry? Because, like, everything seemed to flow incredibly smooth with him.
That might be a testament to his, like... mastery
skills
of the tool.
Okay.
I think that he understood it well enough, and there were times when he was trying to host it from his computer, just like without that whole monthly subscription thing where it was a pain.
Yeah, and it would get chunky, it would clunk along.
Which is why we ended up using Forge, right? The Forge?
The Forge became Foundry, or Foundry became Forge.
Well, they're the same thing. Forge is the hosting portion of Foundry.
Yeah, like the one was clunky, so he moved to the other one because his computer was choking on all the...
Alright, so Rio, you are up. You have heard. You've heard a weapon. Well, you heard Sarissa bang down the door. You heard an orc behind the door go oof. You heard another, or possibly an attacker. You can't really see from your angle. Had a weapon that bounced off of Sarissa's well-timed shield. And that's where we are. So what you gonna do? And if you're talking, you might be muted or you might have to reconfigure your audio options. Or you can type it in like Sunday group or something like that, or in character chat, and we'll... I don't even know if he can hear me.
Let me text him and see if he can hear us. Okay, let's see. Which one do I use when he's playing? So, is this the old one? Oh, it's spinning.
Oh.
Can't hear us? You
Yep.
can't hear?
I typed to him.
Okay.
He can use... He can type. And then... I just remembered to roll for Faunum. But it's okay, because she's down there. So there's a couple enemies that go after Rio, and then Neil, Faunum, and Sarissa. So get an idea, maybe what you're going to be doing. And the dead orcs come back to life as zombie orcs. Haha!
Ah, I can hear you.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay.
Can you hear us? Oh wait, you just said that.
It says unstable connection.
It's fine. We could hear you too. But possibly not anymore.
Welcome to the Pacific Northwest and fucking Infinity. Or Xfinity.
I've had Xfinity literally everywhere that I've ever lived. It's all over, and
I've never had problems until, like, this area. Don't know what's up. We could take a quick break, too. Give me time to figure it out.
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Rio, can you hear us?
I can hear you through my phone.
Okay. Yeah, we can take a break to, if you want to figure that out. Like maybe take 10 minutes and...
No, no, we can keep going on my phone.
Okay, so the situation is you have heard the banging of a door, the oof of an orc, the clang of a weapon, a sword on shield, and you really can't see much through the walls and Sarissa and Neil. So that's all you got. And it's your turn.
Okay, time to step right up. Who's this on the door?
Well, if I'm being
Sarissa?
honest,
Sarissa.
yeah, if I'm being honest, Sarissa
No,
would probably
that's-
be more like right in here, wouldn't you say, Riley? Or because I wouldn't
No.
really be right here. I'd still be here. Okay.
You did, like, if you don't say it or move your token, then you didn't do it. So
What
you were
is
taking it.
this token in the first doorway?
That's me. That's me. That
Oh,
is
Neil. Yeah.
Neil's in the first doorway, and Sarissa's in the far doorway.
So I'm going to get past you.
Oh yeah, he's
and
small.
see what's
No
going
no
on.
problem there. You tiny fellow.
5. What are these squares?
They're 5
squares?
each, but like, let me know whereabouts you'd like to get, and I'll let you. I kind of wing movement sometimes.
There's 35.
Oh wow, okay. From that vantage
So where do I
point,
see?
you can't see through Sarissa or through the door. And I know you see the map, obviously, so thank you for not like metagaming that. It's always a nice thing. But you would, because we're in bullet time, kind of, you would see Sarissa's shield up kind of to the southwest. As if she maybe like just blocked an attack. But you don't have line of sight on any creatures aside from Sarissa and Neil.
Sarissa, tell me what's going on.
I'll scream back. There's one guy to the north. I just banged the door in, and there's a guy to my south. 2 orcs that I just blocked. But I'll say that in a real abbreviated sense. Orc north, orc south of me.
Well, can't do anything about this turn. So I'll shout out, Sarissa, back off so I can get an arrow in there.
Okay.
Okay. Is that your turn?
And I will hold the action of shooting until I see an orc.
Okay. All right. So that was Rio. He's holding his action. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so next up is gonna be the orc that's got the door kind of against him. I'm gonna just make it. It's probably gonna be a straight thing unless he rolls super low. No, he's fine. So he just shoulders the door off of him. No action needed, no nothing. And also with his, I kind of randomized the weapons here. With his glaive, which is basically a pole arm with kind of like an axe at the end, more or less an axe head at the end. Takes an attack at Sarissa. Fuck, I wish I'd kept that 15, but he rolled a 3 plus 5 is 8. Does that hit you?
Sarissa whips her arm around. I don't suppose I'm allowed to yard it out of his arm with a roll like that and chuck it.
As much as you want to.
Carry it then.
Yeah.
Like, I just, and look at him like, come on. And I literally will be like.
Oh, wait, now I'm confused. Because you said you were left-handed. So now you got like.
North, right?
Yeah, so now you got like shield across your body to block the one orc. And then.
I have my shield in my right arm, and if he's north of me and I'm standing like this, I got my shield behind me, I could just parry his thing and away.
No, follow me here. So follow me here. You poked at orc number 1 with your left hand, with your sword.
Mm-hmm.
Orc number 4, you blocked with your shield, so it would have had to be across your body to block
that. Or you can put it behind you like this.
Or behind you. Okay, so then your left arm parried the orc number 1.
My left arm's parried while my shield's still behind me.
Okay.
I parried it away.
Okay, I was just trying to follow. I like it. It's very dynamic. I like it. That is his turn. Its turn. Their turn. Whatever. I don't fucking care. Neil, you're up, followed by Faunum, then Sarissa.
will say to Sarissa, bring him out here. Get him out here. And I will ready an action to attack with my sling when I can.
Okay. That it?
Yeah. I was gonna do fairy fire, but I'm not. Yes, I'm gonna ready an action with my sling.
Okay. I'm making up Faunum shit, like what she has available to her as we go. I should probably have that.
Is she Circle of the Moon, or?
I literally have none of it. Like, she was actually just a quick idea that popped into my mind last session. Nope, not prepared at all. But you know what? Let's say that she gets enough line of sight to the inner sanctum of this room to cast. Oh wait, no. She would be following your directions. She knows you want them out of this room, so she wouldn't cast Entangling Vines or whatever it's called.
She could ready it for if they come out of the room.
Could. And according to my rules, you are not wasting that spell slot. So FYI, Neil, I'm hoping you knew that in the rules. You're not wasting that spell slot. If you don't end up using it.
I ready to sling. So.
Oh, okay. Who readied Fairy Fire? Is it Rio?
I thought about it, but
I
okay.
Changed
my mind. I ready to sling.
Then she's readying a spell, and I'll decide what it is at the time. But yeah. Next up is Sarissa.
Okay, so I guess because they're telling me, I guess Sarissa will like kind of duck down and move back towards her peeps.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice.
Mm-hmm.
Because you, after playing D&D for several years, you should know this, and I think you do. But brains can be brains sometimes. Do you want to disengage?
Is that the one where they don't get the opportunity attack, but I don't get an action, right?
It is your action as a paladin to disengage, yes, and they don't get opportunity attacks.
Okay, yeah, that one, but I don't get to swing my sword or anything.
Correct.
I can disengage. They
you
cannot attack me.
You use a bonus action if you had one, but yeah.
Yeah, I do, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, I'll disengage and move. Yeah, I'll move over by my people.
You were fine where you were, but yeah.
Yeah.
I have to use the restroom, so if we want to take our break now, it'd be fine, or I can be right back in a minute. Let's see, Sarissa, you are going to be the next player to go, but one of the orcs is up next.
Okay.
So we want to break, or just give me a minute to go pee?
We can let's just take a break. We can regroup. Everybody read up on the spells.
Cool. I got a text to send anyway, so we'll see each other in 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, later.
I'm looking for my blue lipstick.
There are some things about BG3 that I don't like a lot. Like there's no dodge action.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And there's I think you can use as many magic items as you want. Either like the 3 attunement rule doesn't seem to be there. Is what
You know,
what Julie was saying to me.
I kind of wanted to get rid of that rule for my games. Or
yeah.
Or have
why not load yourself up with magic items if you can.
It's still up to the DM.
Which rule?
Like only 3 attunement items.
Oh, yeah.
But I kind of had
7 attuned items.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I kind of had a modification to it. So you could have as many items attuned to you, maybe with some upper limit of like 6 or something like that. But So all those 6 items would be attuned to you. However, you could put on any of them at any time without having to reattune, unattune, that kind of bullshit. So you can kind of swap whenever you want it, but they would still have the limitations of, if it's armor, it's gonna take you like however amount of time to get out of it, and then however amount of time to get into the new one, and
like you forfeit a turn because you don't have time to do anything.
Turn.
More than
It's
like an hour,
like a whole minute or 5 minutes to put on armor. It's crazy.
Yeah, like for your paladin,
off armor.
Going to sleep at night, supposedly taking off your armor takes like 30 minutes or 20 minutes. It's not a small amount of time.
Sarissa sleeps in her armor.
But that would give you disadvantage. Like you wouldn't get a full rest, technically, according to the rules.
Yeah, it would have to
I'm
be like leather. It would have to be like light armor. Otherwise,
I'm fascinated.
They won't let you get. Yeah.
I don't even think leather armor is. Does that like not have the?
I'm not sure. I don't remember, but yeah, there's something about you can't sleep in armor. I think you technically you can sleep in light armor. I think.
Light, yeah, I could see light. Like medium leather, I'd probably not. It's stiff, you know. And like so, technically, if you're attacked at night and you're trying to get a full rest, you are in your small clothes. You are AC 10 plus your Dex, plus Constitution if you're a barbarian, but plus Wisdom if you're a monk. Yeah.
Yes, I've done that before. In the one campaign that I ran, I would ambush them in the middle of the night and be like, nope, you don't have armor on. Sorry.
Sorry, that's the rules.
You're fighting.
Do you want to try to put it on?
But the attunement.
You gonna run down the hall naked, or are you gonna stand here and fight?
The attunement modification I want to make also differentiates. Obviously, you can't just hand weapons back and forth or hand armor back and forth. Like each person, like they're attuned to one person. So you can't just like give your magic sword to the person next to you and they are automatically attuned to it.
That makes sense to me. Yeah, but I think that there should be more than 3 magic items allowed.
I'm actually probably putting that in my rules very, very soon.
Yeah,
you can pretend it's already there.
Is not very balanced. It just isn't balanced. So,
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter. Like, just throw harder monsters at us.
Or more. Or yeah. I'm going off the book pretty freaking statically. You guys have 4 people. Oh shit.
We are awesome. We are all like super powerful.
You have 4 people, but Faunum isn't part of your party.
Nope.
So I threw 1 less ogre at you than I probably should have, although she's not part of your party. Actually, I think I may have messed up on that too. Anyway, and you're a level above, I think, what this... No, sorry, it's... Oh shit, that's based on level. Okay. No, I did alright. I did good. You guys are level 3, 4? 4.
We just turned level 4.
Yeah, I think I underpowered it because there's only 3 players. And Faunum is going to be like utility at best. Okay. John, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Cool. So, I believe we're at the top of the rotation with Orc that attacked and hit Sarissa's shield.
Number 4.
Yep. Sarissa, anybody who thinks they have line of sight, actually probably everybody at this point, you see the Orc.
By now, I should have. Has Carissa moved to where I could get LOS on a target?
Okay.
Yeah, I have a question. If I could I still disengage instead of using my entire movement? I could just tuck in right over here too,
of course,
right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm not close enough where they could like do an opportunity attack as long
it
as
doesn't. The proximity doesn't matter. You disengaged, so you can move anywhere within your 30 feet.
Okay.
So you're welcome to reposition. It's
okay. I'll tuck in like over. I'll like have tucked in behind the door.
behind the. So okay, there you go. Okay.
Yeah,
Rio,
the wall.
you were holding your attack to where you could see an orc or anything.
Right.
All right. Then when Sarissa
I was
did,
holding an attack to when I could see an orc as well.
so when Sarissa moved, both of you would have had an opportunity attack against Orc 4. It is
And no
like
shade
3/4.
towards my compatriots, but I'm going to keep my shield behind me and back.
It does have 3/4 cover, based on where it is, and based on where you are.
Arrows are cheap.
Yeah, sure.
Rolling.
Do it to it.
Fail. 14.
Okay.
Next better.
Yeah.
I would have thought that by readying my action to attack it, that I would wait till it wasn't behind cover. I would wait till it moved into and I got the shot. Then
It's your reaction.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until he's not 3/4 concealment.
Okay. And what were you trying to use?
My sling.
Okay. Orc number 4 ducks back out of sight.
Okay, I would not take the shot if it wasn't clean.
Rio, it is your turn now.
Okay. And another shot.
At who?
Orc 4.
You can't see him. He's behind the
Can't
wall.
see him now?
You might want to refresh because
Right.
he moved behind the wall.
Well, I'll advance 35.
Okay.
Oh, that'll give me...
Sarissa, Orc number 1 attacked you, right, with his glaive?
Yes, he's been hurt.
Okay.
I
So
parried
I'll
his...
step up there.
So Bart, when you
Look
get
left.
when you get there, Orc 4 was holding an attack. Because they can do that too.
Okay.
His attack roll is 13 plus 5 with his sword. Does 18 hit you?
13 plus 5 against an AC of 18. Yes.
Oh, how do you have AC 18? That's insane. Okay. So his sword, a basic sword. Well, Sarissa, is your long sword D8 or D6?
My longsword is a it's a D8.
Okay.
It's a +1 D8. Unless it's two-handed, then it's a D10. But
he gets a 4 plus a strength of 3. He does 7 damage to you, Rio. And it is now your turn. Well, it is now your continuation of your turn.
Hey, I shoot number 1 because I see he's taking damage.
Okay. It's at disadvantage if you're shooting because it's a ranged attack with an enemy up in your grill. Unless you have a feat that
I'll
undoes
use
it.
my rapier.
Okay. Go ahead.
$15.
15. He is the one with the shield, so that just hits. He tries to get his shield up, but your rapier slips underneath it.
Damage 12.
Okay. Oh no, he wasn't even the shield. He was the glaive guy. So fuck, that's just enough. So tell me how your rapier dispatches this orc.
Slits his neck.
Indeed it does. He's got the glaive kind of down, pointing out. He's not prepared for an attack up above, so you swoop in like a U-shaped motion, slit his neck.
Then 5-foot step back,
Okay.
and next fella.
And luckily, Orc 4 used its reaction to do that held attack, so you get no opportunity attacks there. I will turn Orc number 1 upside down to signify that he is dead. Anybody wants to mark him, you're welcome to.
Number 1?
Yeah, he's upside down. So next up we have... Alright. Here's what we've all been waiting for. You see, and I can finally get rid of this damn shadow.
Here we go.
This guy...
I knew he was around somewhere.
...has been waiting for more of y'all to slip in. And he comes up behind Sarissa. And even with his low intelligence, he was still able to wait just long enough. And he takes an attack with his great club. Fucking 2. The dice tell the story, so that's plus 6 is 8. Does 8 hit?
No.
Cool. It's like a big whiffaroonie. Like, Sarissa didn't even really have to try to get out of the way of that one. He was too giddy. That's all he's got. No bonus actions, no nothing. So, now there's an ogre. And Neil, you're up with then Faunum and Sarissa.
Okay. I will.
Actually, let's say that Faunum. So here's the thing, actually, Neil. You were waiting for any creature to attack with your reaction, right?
Yes. And
Okay.
if it's now my turn, then that's all dead.
Yes,
Done.
but you were waiting for a creature to come into view, so you could use your reaction to do that attack if you want to, and then you get your
That's
reaction
okay.
back when
I wasn't expecting that, so I was trained on the orc, and I
Okay.
saw him kind of pop out, but and then he popped back around, and I wasn't able, and
Okay.
I chose not to shoot him. So
So Faunum actually does release her stored spell, which I'm gonna now say is Fairy Fire,
nice.
and she is able to, through my DM fiat, angle it in such a way that it only hits the ogre. The ogre rolls an 8 minus 1 for the dexterity save, so there's no way in hell he's saving against whatever her spell DC is. So he is currently Fairy Fired. And we'll say... this is the box, because Fairy Fire is actually more intricate than people give it credit for. So he failed the save, so anywhere he goes, as long as she has concentration, he is Fairy Fired. But also the Fairy Fire exists in this box for the full duration of the spell, so anything in this box is lit up, even if they fail the save or not, as far as my reading goes. If I'm reading that wrong... didn't we have this discussion already and I was reading it wrong?
Well, I mean, I think everything is lit up, but I think if you move if an enemy, or if anybody moves into it after the initial detonation, they don't have to roll dex saves. But I mean, I think that whole area is probably glowing with with fire.
Each object in... okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Any creature is also outlined if it fails the dexterity save. All right. Okay. So I was reading it wrong.
It's like
I knew I was reading it
it
wrong.
must look like this cube of like, you know, all of a sudden there are these purple flames like just lit up around everything in that cube.
Yeah.
And the monster if he fails.
So the ogre failed. You don't necessarily know that, I suppose, but you can maybe see some of those sparkles clinging to his body. So maybe you do notice it. And that's Faunum's held action. We are to Neil's turn. What you got?
let's see. Despite the fact that I know he's lit up by fairy fire, I am just going to use my Dissonant Whispers spell on him. I'm going to whisper a melody that only he can hear.
Okay.
And he needs to make a where is it? Wisdom save. Wisdom 14.
Oh, that's so good. I rolled a 15. He's got -2.
Oh.
Well, he's got -2.
Oh, he's got -2.
He does not save. So,
oh, that's great. Okay.
What's
so he'll take
damage and then
6 damage.
Frightened?
10 points of damage,
Okay.
and he must immediately use his reaction, if available, to move as far as his speed allows away from you.
Away from you. Okay.
Which will probably trigger in OA.
Isn't somebody should read up on how an opportunity attack works? I think it's like if it's forced movement. I know like being pushed or pulled away from another player doesn't trigger it, but I don't know if it triggers from.
Let me.
We'll
Google. Does Dissonant Whispers trigger OA? Hold on. I should have my chat GPT open. Why won't that go?
Right.
So if he's pulling away from me, I might theoretically have an opportunity attack.
We're working on it.
There we
Okay.
go.
It won't kill him, so there's
No.
even with like a
course not.
max level smite.
It's an ogre.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Jeremy Crawford. The movement in Dissonant Whispers can provoke opportunity attacks since it uses your reaction.
Would you like to use your reaction to do so, Sarissa?
Yes, I will wing around with my long sword and.
Do it.
All right, so let me get to actions. All. Blah blah blah.
It's my tempo.
And then with that, can I also do I have to say if I'm going to divine smite?
After it hits.
Okay, did it hit? 15.
Oh yes, 15 hits.
Okay, so I will divine smite the mofo. So first I roll my damage, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So 7 plus 6, 13 points damage. And then I'm trying to remember. How do I roll divine smite again?
2d8?
2d. There it is. I think it's 2d8.
There's a button for the damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you just have to check off your spell slot.
Yeah. Spells. Okay, divine. So it's a spell slot, and it's 2d8.
Yep.
There should be a button for a damage button right next to it on your sheet.
I can't. Like I said, I'm flipping at the.
It's under. It would be under the features tab, I think.
Features. Divine. Let's see. Fighting divine smite. There we go. Click. It says 2d8. No, there's no button though.
Yeah, there's no button.
Okay.
Because it depends on what spell slot.
Okay, I was looking for a button. So 2d8. So Sarissa wings around and says, "Die." Even though she knows she's not going to kill it, but So 10 plus 13, 23 points damage.
Okay. As you are doing that, as your smite goes out, as it's running away, you notice that it is bloodied from everything it just took.
Okay.
And next up, that was Neil's turn. Faunum used a reaction to that. It's her turn now. Fairy Fire is concentration, but she's gonna choose. Well, she doesn't have the movement speed to do what she wants to do, but she is going to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's gonna move into the room. Doesn't see anything. She's going to let you guys know in a whisper that she is laying down a spike trap that will become invisible to the north. It's like this area.
Okay.
So, and the ogre is running away from where Neil was, so he is actually turned. He's afraid. He can't see this. So there is now a... Let me get the drawing tool. Way too big. Still probably way too big, but roughly there-ish. You guys would see it shimmer into effect, thorny spikes on the ground, and then it goes invisible as per the spell. Cool. That's Faunum. So she's concentrating on that. Fairy Fire's gone, so ignore the square. Delete the square if you can, whatever.
Sarissa gives Faunum a thumbs up while still holding her sword. Like, excellent.
Sarissa, you are up, followed by an orc and then Rio.
So, Sarissa will post up. Because is Rio in my way? Or can I poke at
You
this?
guys... Go ahead. Sorry, what do you want to do?
I'm going to say, Sarissa will post up and hold her action and say, when number 4 fully shows himself, where I have a clear shot of him, I will swing my sword at him. Because, I'm not going to whack Rio.
Okay, so you're holding an attack for if this orc gets in melee range of you?
Yes.
Okay. It is Orc's turn. Alright, not the brightest. Just gonna say. Even with the DM running him that wants him to be bright, it's just probably not. Ooh, actually no, it's a 16. Hold on. Let me see. Probably -2 or something like that. It's -2. Sorry. Still above average. Okay, so he is going to, seeing his comrade is dead, he's going to start moving this direction and fling a dagger at Rio as he goes. That is 14 plus... What's the dex? Plus 2. 17 to hit.
Ouch.
It does hit?
Oh, 17? No.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I thought you had 18. Okay. Okay. Like, so he sees you parry it with your bow or your rapier or whatever, and he's like, keeps moving. And let me move the shadow for now, since you guys don't know what's going on out here. Cool. Yeah, that's his turn for now. And then Rio, you are up.
Are we out of initiative because
Nope.
There's no more bad guys with us?
Nope.
Okay, so I moved 20 feet over here.
Okay.
Do I see him?
You do not.
What do I see out there?
An open courtyard with tents, bones. You can kind of see a campfire. And when you reach that spot, you do in fact see him right next to you. He's like, let me reveal that for you, I guess, actually. He's waiting.
Then it's stabby time.
Okay. Attack roll.
17.
And this guy is... I don't think it matters. Yeah, that's enough. And he has not taken damage, so that 2 doesn't do anything. But he does take the 8. And are you staying there?
Gotta loot him.
He's not dead yet. He's bloody. Oh. He's bloody now. He had no damage taken so far.
So I'll backpedal 5.
Okay. He does still have a reaction. So he's going to take that opportunity attack with his sword. That's a 14 plus 5 does 19 hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Sword, we did say he's got a long sword, which is a D8. That's 4 plus 3. So 7 damage.
Logged.
Okay.
Still going.
That's it. Okay, so Dissonant Whispers. He uses a reaction to move as far away from you as he can, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Neil, yeah.
Yeah, I assume that he could choose to come back right now if he wants.
Okay, so it's just like okay. I'm gonna Fog of War again since let me fix something here. So this is what I'm just kind of bear with me on this. Rio can still see the edge of the orc. And let me see. Oh, that's pretty bad. That's very bad. Nah, yeah, he's not that smart. Okay. So Ogre has taken his turn. You guys, even if you rolled really low on perception, you can hear some exchanging of guttural sounds. Especially Rio, for sure, can hear it. But toward the direction... Sarissa, you'd hear it like toward the direction Rio just ran. Neil,
Okay.
kind of the same. Maybe Neil, you can hear a little bit like to the north through the door up there, but... that's it for their turn, or Ogre's turn. Neil, you're up with Faunum, then Sarissa. Neil?
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm on mute again. I can't control my mute. I'm confused. Why am I not able to see the rest of the room?
Because... hold on. Let me...
I mean, is there anything I can target?
There's nothing in the room, so like if that is your question, then that is the answer.
Uh-huh, okay.
I'm just trying to...
I just heard something coming from where the ogre ran off, or
yeah. I'm trying to figure out fog. It's just
right, and there's that big thing of magical thorns protecting that doorway, so I'm not too concerned about the...
As far as you know, I mean, it went invisible right away. She might still be concentrating on it, she might not.
Yeah, I think Neil would hold a action to shoot his sling with a +1 bolt. as soon as it came back in the door, when I could get a good
Okay.
shot at it.
And you're
Neil,
gonna stay.
you look fabulous.
You're gonna stay where you are.
Oh, why, thank you. This is my temple, darling.
You're staying where you are.
You little devil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Neil, that is your turn. We got Faunum. She's trying to keep an eye on multiple directions here, so she's just gonna kind of like stand where she can see the best line of sight here. She'll like look over her shoulder and try not to get in Neil's way for certain lines of sight. So very respectful is the Faunum. Sarissa, you're up.
First thing I'm going to say is, Faunum, are you concentrating on those spikes?
Yeah, they're still up.
Excellent. Second of all, I'll peek around the corner. Does it look like an ogre can get through that hole the orc went out? That little hole that the one bad guy ran out? Or is it small enough that it only looks like an orc can make it back through, but not the ogre?
Give me an intelligence check.
I'm not overly intelligent. Let's see. I think it's just... Wait, come on, roll. 13.
It does not look like an ogre would probably fit through there.
Okay. He's not out there lubing up with Love's Baby Soft or something so he can squeeze in.
That you certainly would not be able to know.
Okay. Do I smell Love's Baby Soft? Or any Tropicana?
If you want to give me a perception check, I'll let you know.
No. What I'll say is, perhaps we should all go into this room to limit access to us. And, and Sarissa will kind of start moving into this room.
Okay.
So I'll post up where I'm kind of, right against this wall, well, I'm gonna look and see what my compatriots are doing. Do they look like they're gonna follow me? Like, do I get a thumbs up or a no, I'm staying here, look. From Faunum.
Oh, from Faunum, you said compatriots. I didn't know who you were talking about.
Yeah, well, Sarissa, Neil looks like he's aiming and preparing to shoot something that just comes up to the door. So he doesn't look like he's gonna follow you.
Okay, and what does Faunum look like she's gonna do? Does she look like she's gonna follow, or she needs to stay where she?
She's still looking at both entrances and doesn't want to be caught like all grouped up. Maybe.
Okay, then
she's being trepidatious.
Sarissa will just post up like right here where I can see Neil, I can see Faunum. I can make out if anything comes into my line of sight here, and I can see Rio. So I'll just stay right here.
Okay. Next up we have, if that's your turn, we're gonna do orc.
I'm still holding my if something gets within melee range of me.
Okay. Okay.
Well, quick question, because I have that javelin, could I mix it up where if something comes within 30 feet of me, I could chuck my javelin instead?
Yeah.
Can I switch? So I'm going to switch from my longsword and have the javelin.
Yeah. Plenty of time on your turn to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what I rolled is no longer applicable because of decisions that were made. I'm realizing I may have made a mistake here. Okay, but okay. So Rio, you see the orc, the part of the orc you could see leave your field of vision. And oh shit, I forgot about that, but the orc wouldn't know about it anyway, so let's figure out some things here. I need a circle that is thorn. What's it called? Thorn something? Thorn. Spike growth. 20 feet radius?
Yeah, like a circle. I think it's 20 feet.
20 feet radius, so that's diameter. Okay, so I actually got it pretty close. Probably bigger. So it's big. Okay. Hold on a second, please. How do I delete another one? I think I figured it out. Okay. So the spike growth was here. It's 1d6 for every 5 feet of movement. Let's look it up. I'm just going off of my druid knowledge, and I don't know what the actual 2d4. Oh fuck. Okay, Orc's gonna die. So yeah, there's like no way. How much hit points do you have left? Like 7? Yeah. So you guys, this orc, and I'm gonna try to cut. Yeah, let's do this actually. So you're gonna see the results of this here in a second. So this orc had gone around the building this way, trying to get over here but you see him fall unconscious, like right about here. And he had a vial in his hands, and from your distance, all you see is that it is a vial, and he just falls dead. There's nothing I can roll on these 2d4s that would have him live with 7. Like, he moved like 15 freaking feet in here, so yeah. So he falls down dead. That's sad. I had a plan for him to make this more interesting, but it's invisible. Even I forgot it existed. Cool. So he's dead. Rio, you're up.
Yeah. So, dead orc. But what lies beyond?
All right. So when you move,
I'll step over here.
yeah, when you move through that opening, Ogre has his opportunity. So let's hear. Well, it's a reaction either way. So yeah, he takes an attack against you. Unfortunately, I rolled a 5. And I think no matter what I add to it, yeah. So he might have expected. Sarissa, how tall are you?
Like 6'2", 6'3". I'm pretty tall for a chick.
And Rio, how tall are you?
5'10".
So his dealings were with Sarissa. He was expecting a taller opponent. He just swings right over your head, hoping to clobber you in the head, but just swings right over it. And now he's looking at you like, oh. It's your turn. Your remaining turn.
Okay. Bonus action. Ranger's poison arrows. So for the next minute, every arrow out of my quiver has an extra +4 of poison damage against a DC 12 con save.
Please tell me what the heck you're talking about.
As a bonus action, I cast this spell on the arrows I have. The arrows have this effect for the duration of the spell, 1 minute. make a normal ranged attack roll, and on a hit, a puff of noxious gas is emitted from the arrow. The creature must succeed on a con saving throw or take D12 poison damage in addition to the normal arrow damage.
But where are you getting this spell from? Is it homebrew? Do we have homebrew turned on?
It's called Poison Arrow. Is that not a standard spell?
No, that's why I'm confused.
Check the source on that. That's what D&D Beyond came up with.
Yeah, Sarissa had some spells that I had never heard of before either.
Yeah, the Astral Sun Sword was
it's because
Sarissa had, and we could not figure out where
we
the
have
source
homebrew.
was for that.
We have homebrew turned on.
So
that's
okay.
I will
partially
turn that off later, and instead use Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
Which gives me an extra D6 of damage this time, if I connect.
So turn homebrew off. Will that mess up me playing right now?
Probably not. So, Hail of Thorns still does your normal ranged attack damage.
Right.
And then the creature has to make a dexterity saving throw. And takes 1d10.
Mm-hmm. Which would be a 6.
So.
Oh, you rolled a 6. Okay, I see. Okay.
And does a 14 hit him?
14 does hit. I'll take the 6 off now.
So the other damages would be
10 total.
Taken damage from anybody else?
Definitely.
6 piercing, 4 Colossus Slayer. So 10 plus the poison save.
He is
poison damage.
He is well, we're not doing the poison. We're gonna have to figure out
not poison
the Hail of Thorns, yeah.
Hail of Thorns.
He is now officially on what would, D&D terms would be his last leg. And I believe that is your bonus action movement, unless you have some more movement you want to do.
Yeah, I've got more movement.
Okay.
And as I backpedal further, let me measure this. 5, 15, 20. So 20 would be there.
Okay.
I call out, "Hey guys, I just shot the ogre. He's on the right as you go through the doorway."
All right. It is Ogre's turn. And I don't know if they fight to the death. Orcs generally seem to. Yeah. If he doesn't fight to the death, you guys are still probably going to be more than capable of catching up with him and killing him, so... He's going to try to take out at least one of you with him. So, pretty much only knowing of Rio's existence. At this point, at least. 5, 10, 15, 20... So he had used 20 feet of movement speed to get up to Rio. I rolled an 8. It rolled from the 20 to the 8 at the last second. So 8 plus 6, I believe, for ogres. Still probably does not hit with a 14.
Nope.
Yeah. So he swings, You get enough of a parry with your bow to kind of just direct it off to the side. His club sticks in the ground for a second before he yanks it out. And then he is so tired, and he knows this is probably it. And he's just like, oh. But that is his turn. None of the rest of you can see it. Rio can. It's Neil's turn, followed by Faunum, and then Sarissa.
Neil doesn't see any threat anymore, so Neil is probably just buzzing around the temple going, "This is my temple. I'm the devil. This is my temple."
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what he does on his turn.
Sarissa's, yes, it is, Neil. It is most definitely temple.
Bow down and worship me.
But your devil wings and tail got left behind, so. All right. Faunum doesn't know where the ogre is, just that it was outside based on Rio shouting. Kind of still wants to be next to the beefy paladin woman. So that's where she's gonna stay. Keep the concentration on the thorn spikes, and she'll let you know she's still got him up just in case it comes around that side. And Sarissa, it's your turn.
If I come hauling ass out, I can make it to the ogre.
Yes.
I can come up and get him from the backside.
Yep.
So Sarissa will go tanking along, bang, 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 and take a
Flank?
swing.
Damn.
Yeah, hold
I
on,
don't
let me get-
do flanking.
Oh, you don't? Guys, cool.
And with my long
Thought
sword,
about it.
take a swing at the
Do it.
ogre.
Do it, coward.
I only got a 10.
Total? Oh, shit.
Yeah, rolled really
So-
low.
Even though the ogre is dejected and seemingly occupied, he does hear the clank, clank, clank. And maybe your foot stumbles on one last, when you're lunging with your sword, one piece of rubble you didn't notice, and you stumble off to the side, and you're just barely able to turn out of the way.
Okay.
Bonus action?
Nah, I'm good.
It is Rio's turn. What do you possibly want to do with it?
Invite him to tea.
Okay, roll for persuasion.
I appear to be out of targets.
You have the ogre.
Oh, the ogre. Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's on your doorstep.
Well, I'll cross-draw my rapier since he's in melee range.
Hmm?
And stabby, stabby.
All right.
Oh, that's a fail.
You guys. Why can't you finish off this ogre? The ogre's still dejected, but kind of spurred on now that he's blocked. He's barely dodging attacks. Am I still in this? And gets his club up just in time to block the rapier.
You're still in it unless you surrender.
Do ogres speak common? They do. You're welcome to
Isn't
give
it time for a nice vacation in sunny Florida?
give me a persuasion check.
There's lots of other Rethuglicans there.
Rethuglicans? Wow.
Bravo.
Can I give him inspiration for that? That was funny.
Nope.
15.
Yeah. Okay. Is that the end of your turn? Okay, it actually does happen to be his turn now. And he was persuaded. He drops his club in such a way that it doesn't fall on either of you. His big old great club. And puts his arms just a little bit in the air, and he's wincing as he does it because he's got wounds all over his like leather hide armored body. And he goes, I surrender. And that's
I say,
that's his turn.
okay, buddy. Have you had dinner?
I chased a deer, and it wasn't real.
I reach into my pack and pull out a ration pack and say, have a snack.
How big is this thing you're offering him?
Human size, so it's for him. It's a snack.
It's like a one strip of beef jerky kind of thing.
No,
Maybe.
This is a day's rations.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Which for him would be an appetizer.
Yeah, but it's something. He takes it from you, and he's like, "What are your rations? Dried meats, nuts, like what?"
Meat, cheese, hardtack.
Okay. So he's got this assortment of meat, cheese, and hardtack in his giant palm. And he's looking
dried
at it.
fruit and nuts.
We're gonna say that's the end of his turn. We're still in initiative. Neil, what are you doing?
You skipped me.
Nope.
No, wait, I just attacked him. Never mind, my bad.
That's fine.
I missed.
Neil, you're up.
Is Faunum watching me?
She's more like paying attention to the entrances to like the west and the north. Are you trying to be stealthy with what you're about to do?
No.
Okay.
I was just trying to see if Neil had an audience or not. Since he doesn't seem to have an audience, he'll fly over to see what Sarissa is doing.
She knows you
He'll
exist.
be a little less extra.
She knows you're there.
Yeah, but Faunum's not paying attention to me and only me like I want her to be. So I'm just gonna come over here and say,
Okay.
Sarissa, what are you doing?
Sarissa, make sure you're only doing your movement speed for now. We're still in combat. Initiative.
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't moved.
I know you haven't. Neil did.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay. Sarissa, you're welcome to respond.
Oh, it seems that Rio has turned the ogre no longer attacking. He's having.
Oh, cool.
All right. Now your turn, Neil.
Yeah, maybe we could sacrifice him to me.
No, let's hold off on that. But if he looks like he's coming at you or me, definitely end him.
Okay.
You look fierce.
Yeah. Neil's just oblivious at this point.
Yeah.
He's
Try
Okay.
not to scare him, Neil.
And so it's Faunum's turn, and Faunum says, What are we doing? Are they all dead? Are they all gone?" And Neil, you're probably the only one that can. Neil, you're probably the only one that can hear her.
No, they're making friends out there.
With an ogre?
I think so.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Can Sarissa hear Neil?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So can I tell Neil, like, I wouldn't say we're making friends. Rio is dealing with the ogre.
Yeah, Rio's dealing with him.
Like, killing or? You said making friends. Okay, so probably not killing. Okay. I guess I'll follow your lead. And Sarissa, you're up.
Yeah, we're fine. Don't worry.
Sarissa, what you wanna do?
Sarissa, what you wanna
So-
do?
Sarissa will be like, I'm going to pop back inside, Rio, and turn around and kind of come in.
He takes an opportunity attack. He doesn't have his weapon right now.
He can come in, and is the guy in the? Yeah, so she'll come in and be like, say to Fawnum, well, right now Rio seems to have the ogre enthralled or something. It's very bloody. Wouldn't take much to kill it, but Rio seems to be communicating.
Okay. As long as you trust the ogre to... Okay.
I trust Rio to do the
Alright.
right thing.
Rio, it is your turn.
So, what's going on here? Did you get hired to protect this place, or are you just freelancing?
We come down with orcs. They promise food, and we eat well when we take shrine. That's about as far as we got. You're muted, Sarissa, in case you were trying to say something to everybody.
I say, Psst, Neil, can you hear? What are they saying out there?
Yes, you can hear.
Well, they're talking about like, you know, why he's here, and I think he's just hungry.
Sarissa will just be relaying this to Fawn and whatever Neil's saying.
Okay. Rio, did you want to continue the conversation with the ogre anymore, or?
How many more orcs are there out here?
I was just with those orcs. In numbers, not strong suit. Orcs here. How many you kill? And Rio could answer. Sarissa, I don't know why you're back outside.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Oops.
But, I mean, theoretically, Neil could also answer because he can hear. It's up to you guys. Or I can just move to the ogre's turn.
What are they saying, Neil?
I think Rio's trying to get information, but he's not succeeding. I don't know. I don't care.
So do we kill the orc or the ogre, or do we let him go?
Rio's got a plan.
All right then.
Rio, anything else in your turn as far as speech or movement or actions or whatever?
I've run out of ideas to ask.
Okay. Then, honestly, for now, the ogre is momentarily placated. We can drop combat, drop initiative. You give him food. Food's always good.
I think he's like bleeding profusely, probably, right?
He is. Well, I said
You wanna
that.
heal him? I mean, if he's gonna be our friend, I would. I mean,
I said that he was bleeding, and then the way I view hit points is kind of like more like willpower to stay on your feet. But there could be cuts and bruises and sores. As far as like missing limbs and stuff, no, nothing like that.
yeah. Well, he's not gonna die. He's fine. He's fine. He's seen worse.
Yeah, there's no, like... He's not inflicted with a bleeding condition in which he's losing hit points over time, so...
Okay, so we don't need to heal him.
Which, well... It's up to you. He's on his last leg. He seems pacified. For now.
Sarissa will walk up to him and lay my hands on him.
Okay.
Restore any number of hit points remaining in the.
He's gonna attack us again. This is gonna be hilarious.
I'll just give him 5 hit points, I guess. Like.
Okay. That has been noted.
Okay, yeah. So I just lay my hands on him and be like, "Please you cooperate and do not attack us." And then I'll put my hands on him and help him feel a little better.
Hey, Ogre, is there anybody else here that we need to fight?
How many you kill?
We killed four orcs and another ogre.
Sarissa holds up this many. Oh,
He
are no longer with us.
He looks at Sarissa's hand and he like gently kind of touches the tip of each finger.
Yeah.
And he's like his eye like one eye's closed, and he's like he's straining in thought. Yes, orcs, yes, and ogre.
Unfortunately, this many ogres are also.
Oh.
We're very sorry. He attacked us first.
I rolled. I had a number in mind, and I rolled above it.
Okay.
He asshole. Me hate that ogre. He always tries steal food. He asshole.
Well, we're glad we could help you then.
What now? You have home?
So
I go home with you?
Can we trust an ogre to travel with us and like do I know enough about ogres that we keep have him tag along with us?
There's a question I can answer. Give me a. Oh, this is tough. Either nature or history.
History. So I got a 16 plus 2, 18.
You would know that ogres can be hired. They tend to just like stick to the hills and mountains kind of in their tribes if they're not hired by usually like people who kind of want evil things to happen.
Okay.
But that's not necessarily to say like there's no recorded history of ogres.
Yeah.
Like not a lot, but like being hired to do good stuff to help build.
The hills are alive with the smell of ogres.
Exactly.
So I'll say to Neil and Rio, like, perhaps we should just hire him to not kill us for a little while until we need to part ways back into the city. And just let him go.
Sure.
Sarissa's, if she's nothing else, she's practical. It could be valuable to have an ogre outside.
Yeah, let's make him part of the team. Let's pay him like a couple silver a day, and fill his belly, and he can fight for us.
Sir, what would you think about us giving you silver? You stay with us. You don't kill anything unless we need to.
That's what she said.
Silver tasty?
Silver will buy you much meat. We would pay you silver. Well, hold on, let me talk. Rio, you'd be all right with. I have a feeling we're gonna have to praise with Fauna to make this deal, but provide our friend here with venison on a daily basis.
Yeah, and I reach in my pack and pull out 2 more snackables.
He
And
takes
hand it
them,
to him.
takes them, and eats them immediately, just like the first one.
Bonham,
He's loving it.
what we're planning on doing is taking the ogre with us to lead him away from here, and we will deal with him down the road. But
You're gonna kill him down the road?
no,
Oh.
we'll probably let him go home, but we'll do it here. Are you all right with cleaning up a mess here? Do you need help?
I mean, yeah, I could.
Do you have control over woodland creatures that would be glad to come consume some extra meat left lying about?
Well, I don't really like using my woodland creatures to consume the flesh of the recently dead, like orcs or other living beings. That feels really weird and creepy to me.
So we'll dig a pit and burn them then. How's that sound?
We could do that. I mean,
all right.
Kind of along the same vein of what you're saying, if we, like, nature has a way of taking care of decomposing bodies. So we could also just, like, leave them in a bush, or just, it's weird summoning, like, fey creatures to eat people.
Mr. Ogre, to earn your first day's keep, why don't you come help us dig a hole so we can get rid of the asshole and the dead orc?
Me
And
dig
let's ask our spiritual being for the location of some good truffles to cook up.
You're asking Faunum?
Yeah.
And gentlemen, we do still have a room we need to investigate at the back of this temple.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do? Okay, so for now, Ogre pacified. He seems to be on board with digging. Done it before. Knows what it is and how to do it. Also, possibly like dragging away the orcs and ogres to wherever. Still, he did express some confusion about the silver and what buying means.
We changed it to food.
Oh, you did? I don't recall that.
Yeah, I said, how would you feel? And I said to Rio, like, would you be okay with venison? Pay him in venison.
I see. Okay, yeah, I did hear that.
And that's why I'm talking we need to get away from this temple and Faunum, because she's not necessarily going to like that deal, and we don't really need to put her in the middle of our dealio with the ogre to lead him out of here.
I'm not a deer. I know that I have the body of one, but I understand meat consumption. It's not, as long as you try to only hunt the stags, so reproduction and population control.
Predator-prey oscillation cycle, exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so
we have a room we need to get into also.
Yeah, order of operations. What do you guys want to do first? Do you want to have the ogre kind of start dragging the corpses away and digging while you do your things?
Yeah.
Do you want to keep an eye on him? Like, what's your...
Would Faunum be okay with keeping an eye on him while we check out the back room?
Yeah, sure. She says,
okay,
yeah,
so let's
I'm
just say
I'm confident I can take him out if I need to.
Yeah, we'll just say that we have Faunum watching him. We've told him that we're done doing this. Rio's going to go hunt you up a nice crunchy deer to eat. So you're going to want to stick around, not wander off. And we can go...
Ogre has enough wherewithal to ask if one of you have shovel? Can use hands.
Got a shovel, yep.
Oh, good. Yes. And he borrows the shovel if you allow it.
Which looks like a large serving spoon in his hands.
It's gonna, yeah. In my head, it was like, are his ogre hands gonna be better at digging than a shovel? And I don't know. I think it's cuter to imagine an ogre like using a shovel, like a toothpick shovel.
Exactly.
Little at a time. Okay, so Rio, make sure that your shovel is currently out of your inventory. And I'll be moving the orcs and ogres and shit while you guys do your thing. Just let me know when you've reached a point where you need the DM to adjudicate. Sarissa has stopped concentrating on the thorn spikes so as not to kill the ogre accidentally. As he goes to fawn him. Yeah, sorry, I don't know what the fuck that was, yeah.
Alright, gentlemen, let's get into this back room. Find out what's in here.
It's probably the altar. Altar to the devil lodestone.
Devil lodestone. Let's hope maybe there's jewels.
I'm a devil. I'm a devil that you want to worship.
Running with the devil.
Make a deal that you can't have. I'm gonna kill you dead. Oh yeah.
Does anybody have a fiddle? The devil came down to Georgia. All right. Can we try the handle on this room? Does it open?
Okay. I will pause the ogre and orc for this. La 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 la. As far as I know, the door is open. I've actually had to go to pee for a while now, so I will be right back super quick.
Okay, I'm cleaning up the blood I put all over the ground. I'll clean up my devil horns. Why is it trying to paste? It's weird. Sad to see the devil horns go.
I know.
Well, you got a screenshot though, so.
Yeah.
Do we give each other inspiration? Because like both you and inspiration.
No, don't think that's one of Riley's rules.
Oh, okay. Pain in the ass to clean up. Clean up the blood. Alright. I'm gonna go grab a Diet Pepsi. I'm gonna be cracked out on
a Diet Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi. I'm Julio. I need TP for my bunghole. Are you threatening me?
I'd like a Diet RC Cola, please.
An RC Cola.
Yeah, time to hit the soda stream again.
Soda stream time.
Make up some more synthetic Dr. Pepper.
Oh, do you have like one of those like carbonators?
Yep.
Cool.
I have one of those.
Means
my cousin.
I don't have to carry 2-liter jugs of soda up 2 flights of stairs.
That's smart.
Every grocery run.
I've got one of those carbonated things my cousin got me because I work and they're pretty nice.
Yeah, I have one, but we don't ever use it.
Yeah, I just it takes up. It's not big, but it takes up enough room. It's like I don't like a bunch of shit on the counter because we've already got a bunch of shit sitting on the counter, and it's just one more thing.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, yeah. Johnny literally just came home like, look, I stopped by the Goodwill with what I got. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, on the cross, I'm trying to get rid of stuff. Don't bring anything else home. Oh, but this is cool. Yeah. Just every time he leaves.
We'll find it. We'll find a corner for it.
Yeah, it's like, all right, it is kind of cool. Let's add it to the pile.
So, quick question. John, can you still hear me? I heard
Rio.
a click. I don't think he has his headphones in.
Oh. He might have wanted to get something to drink.
He went to do the soda stream thing.
Oh, okay.
As far as players giving each other inspiration, the DM is not always paying attention. He's trying to like juggle a bunch of things. So if you do think there is a thing worthy of giving inspiration, just bring it to my attention.
Okay.
I will try to adjudicate fairly. Just I know you guys aren't going to be trying to like give them out left and right, so you're always boosted, but I'd be fair about it. I thought staying in character as Devil Neil was fun, so I would probably give that an inspiration.
Sarissa votes that Neil just stays in devil character for a while. I could just have my tiefling and devil.
Yeah.
Depends
I'm your sidekick.
Depends on how often he bathes.
And we talked about, remember your wings being black and red anyway, so it match your face perfectly. And we can go into town and get some red cloth and sew you like a red devil tail.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
A
little pitchfork. A better pitchfork.
I can't remember if there's anything else I wanted to address, because I can hear you guys, because I have my headphone in. But I can't remember if there's anything else I wanted to, like... I feel like there was, but...
You said that the door was unlocked and we were about to open it.
I guess... If it's just the two... I don't know what Rio's been doing, so I don't know if he was going to be joining you in this room.
I would guess he probably would, because we have Fawnum watching.
So... Oh yeah, I should probably move her over to, like, within sight range of the ogre. Okay, so... You open the door, and inside this southern room... You see 6 stone pillars that brace the vaulted ceiling of this temple, this area of the temple. Actually, this might actually be the main kind of temple area. The floor of which is buried under a thick layer of dust. Also covered in dust are 4 humanoid skeletons in tattered priestly vestments, lying near a stone altar, situated in an alcove under 4 narrow windows. So there are actually windows in this room. But it wouldn't have mattered because it's a dark, closed-off room. It wouldn't have let you scout anything. So that's good to know.
Again.
Carved into the front of the altar is a humanoid eye. So front, I think it means facing you, and that's that blue rectangle in there. Rio, all you've really missed is there are 6 stone pillars as depicted on the map. A bunch of human skeletons. Humanoid skeletons, basically like sitting against the altar, crumbled against the altar. Humanoid eye on the front of the altar, and a lot of dust in this room. Like it hasn't been accessed in a long time.
A humanoid eye, like a big eyeball.
It doesn't mention the size of the eye. Carved into the front of the altar is a humanoid eye.
My divine sense to see if I feel any like bad juju, like fiends or undead or anything.
Fiends, undead, demons, devils?
It's celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
You sense none of it.
Okay. Can we investigate? Sarissa will start investigating.
You cut out at the end. What are you investigating?
The room, the altar, around the altar.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. And tell me exactly what you're doing as you are investigating.
I rolled a 3. I got distracted.
Okay.
With my armor.
That's fine.
I'm wiping the blood off of it.
That's fine, but still, whilst investigating, what do you think you're touching? What do you think you're moving? etc.
I'm just gonna run my hands very carefully around the altar. I'll be eyeballing, see if there's any traps or booby traps or strings or
Well, okay.
I'm not gonna actually touch it yet.
Okay, that's the specifics I'm looking for. So
Yeah.
You don't see anything that really catches your eye. You do realize with the... Well, no. You don't see anything.
Can I just pull like a silver coin out of my pocket and just toss it up on the altar? Just like see if it sets anything off?
Yeah, give me a ranged attack, basically. D20 plus your dex. No proficiency.
D20 plus my dex. So D20 plus 1, so... 13, 14?
It's a really low AC, so yeah. It's a stationary, yeah. So your coin flips into the air, does a short arc, bounces on the altar, bounces a couple more times, and just kind of, does the whole coin thing where it kind of moves around, comes to rest.
Sarissa will reach out and on the little, before she steps up there, like oops, sorry, I didn't mean to scribble, but right there, she'll like tap that with her sword.
You're going to tap the altar with your sword?
Yep.
I like saying things in a dramatic way to make you think something bad's about to happen.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm going to do. Like, tink, 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 tink.
Nothing.
Okay.
Anybody else want to do anything? Rio, you're back. Or do you think you'd be in the room with them? Would you be somewhere else?
Guarding the entrances.
Okay. Neil, what are you doing?
Kind of watching Sarissa.
It's a waste of time, Neil. There is no money here.
She is so fun to watch. Always doing crazy things. Attacking altars with her sword.
Tink, 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 tink.
Yeah, so there's nothing here. What is it? Is this an altar?
Yeah, it appears to be some sort of altar with an eye on it. Do we recognize the symbol?
Just a human eye. I don't... Wow. The book doesn't even tell me what the symbol means, so yeah.
I don't recognize the symbol. There doesn't seem to be any jewelry, money. Yeah. Sarissa will grab her silver coin back.
No. Well, maybe you just gotta look into the eyeball. And Neil walks up and like stares right into the eyeball.
Okay. Give me a dexterity save.
Neil, what are you doing?
20.
Okay. You're good.
What happens? Anything happen?
No, it's just a fake save.
I
want to create drama.
Let's go look through the Olga and Olk's tents, perhaps.
Well, hold on. There's got to be something here. There's got to be some treasure or some secret doors or maybe something we can do here. Neil's gonna walk around the entire base of the altar, like checking for secret doors and levers and I'm gonna touch it. He's gonna trace any of the carvings, looking for secret doors.
So for the first part of what you said, give me a perception check or investigation. And Sarissa, I had you do investigation because you literally said the word investigate. If you ever just want to just do a basic perception instead, just let me know. I'm pretty open.
24.
Neil, you do see that the altar's base doesn't quite touch the floor. There are actually some stone rollers built into it. And that's what you see.
I see Neil looking at Sarissa and snapping his fingers like, Oh, toot sweet.
However, as well, Neil mentioned that he was going to be touching the altar.
Yes.
So, for 1 minute, here's what happens. You find yourself, your body is incapacitated. You find yourself floating above the altar. Kind of like, you might not know what this is as a character, but you know this is like kind of astral projection.
Okay.
You're floating above the altar, and your vision just soars off to like I mean, you might be able to get directionality, or it might be super fast. It doesn't really tell, but you soar off kind of in a southwestern kind of. I think. Let me just make sure.
Neil.
He can't hear you right now.
I probably can't hear you.
Mostly south. And that's actually probably a really good description. So, you find yourself floating through the roof of the shrine toward the south, and you find yourself in the mountains. And you kind of float through this opening in a cave, and you just see ice everywhere, paths leading off in several directions, more ice, more snow, and you find yourself viewing a sleeping white dragon. He looks familiar, because you guys have actually encountered him so far. And you get like a general, it's a big kind of layer, circular area, maybe ovular, whatever. I haven't actually looked at the map to know, but it's a big open area. And all of a sudden, when that minute is up, you snap back really quickly into your form.
Ooh! Oh my gosh! Oh my god! And I kind of fall back and just like, oh my god! I just left my body! I left my body and I was flying through the air, and I went south of here, and I went into a cave, and it was full of ice, and I saw a big white dragon. And then all of a sudden I was sucked back through the air, out of the cave, through the sky, and down back here to the temple.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you believe me, don't you?
Nah, he's just kidding.
Really,
Yeah.
really, I flew through the air. I was miles away from here.
Was it the dragon that we...
It was the same dragon that we fought.
Really? Do you have any sense of how far away it was?
No, I don't know. That was really strange.
Which direction did
It was
you
south. It was south of here.
go? Right. Well,
It must have been up on a mountain. It was really cold. There was ice, so must have been pretty high up.
Let me go ask Fawn if she knows anything about this. So as I walk out, I'll let Rio know what's going on. I'll tell Rio to go keep Neil company because he just left his body. And Sarissa will clunk on out looking for Fawnham and explain to Fawnham what's going on. Ask her if she knows why Neil just zoomed out of his body and went and saw the dragon in his mind's eye.
That's crazy.
Right?
Sounds like magic.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know anything else aside from that.
All right. I have a question. Can Sarissa use detect
Okay, bye.
magic? Would I be able... Yeah. Stay right here and watch the ogre. She'll
Pleasure
go
talking
back.
to you.
Can Sarissa use like what is detect magic? Does that tell you what kind of magic it is?
Read the spell.
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around a visible, and you learn its school of magic, if any. That's it. The spell penetrates most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal. So I don't think the stone's over a foot thick, is it?
Are you doing this? Do you have the ability as a paladin to do ritual casting?
I
I don't recall.
don't know.
Or were you just
It says
planning on...
concentration up
Yes,
to 10 minutes.
but were you just planning on spending a spell slot or doing a ritual?
No, if I could do the ritual one, I'd do that.
Let's make sure.
Let's see. Tag detection. I don't know. Action. What's that symbol? One action. Yeah. I don't know.
You do not. That's a wizard
Okay.
thing and probably one or two other classes, but...
Okay.
So you would have to spend a spell slot to do it. Can you do that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. When you do so, you do in fact detect magic on the altar.
Mm-hmm.
And it is divination, right? It said, I literally just read it, but... Divination, yeah, so divination magic around the altar.
Can I start shoving on it to see if it moves either direction? Like,
Yeah,
am I able to...
you should push it. You should push it. It's got rollers underneath it.
Okay, Sarissa will go up on whatever side is better, push the altar.
And how are you pushing it? What are you pushing it with?
My back.
Okay, as soon as your back touches the altar,
my back's not touching the
your
altar.
body...
I've got my shield slung over my back.
So you're pushing it with the shield on your back.
Yeah, I've got it slung over like this because we're out of combat, so I stuck it back. So
I don't know these things. You gotta say these things before I start making it sound like you're in trouble. Just
yeah,
FYI.
No, that's just how, if we're not in combat, that's probably how I'm going to...
Okay, but you realize why your DM would never assume that you're pushing something with the shield on your back. So you gotta say these things before your DM starts to say, oh, hey, now you're fucked. Which you weren't, by the way. But
yeah. It's just, it makes sense if you're going to try to sling your shield over axe arm.
I would never try to push something with something slung over my back, but that's fine. Whatever. Anyway, I don't know what the check is required. I don't even think there really is a check. It's on fucking rollers. So give me a dexterity check to see if you can do this successfully without your back touching.
18 plus 19.
Fine. So somehow you managed to balance just in the right way to have only your shield touching it as you push back and back and back. And it was moved. So you actually realize this because Neil would have realized this too. The rollers are going kind of like north-south, so you're pushing it to the south. Like maybe you tried a couple different directions and the south is, yeah. So it pushes 3 feet to the south, and you see a wooden coffer tucked inside of a 1-foot square cavity in the floor. So wooden chest. And you still have...
I'm not touching it.
You still have Detect Magic up.
Yeah.
And there's nothing coming from the chest. No magic.
Sarissa will tap around it with her sword to see if she sets off any, like, Indiana Jones type arrow or rolling balls of death.
Just as an FYI, if you think that a trap is going to be activated by touching something that's like at arm's length with a sword, it's probably going to be a big enough explosion to like hit you. So if you're trying to like just pressure, shooting an arrow into it from a range might be a better idea, but it's okay.
Sarissa's lazy. I've got armor on it.
Sure. Neil's still right there, and he doesn't.
He just said he's not touching it.
He's also in the... He's literally hovering, unless he's not doing a good job of moving his character where he thinks he would be. He's hovering right above this coffer.
Yeah, I'm still there looking in the hole at the...
He is in danger of an explosion. Anyway, nothing happens.
flip the lid open on
You
it.
just hear a thunk thunk. When you open it, now you're all fucked. It is inside. You see 57. No, I'm gonna make that a better number. 75 gold.
Nice.
And so it's divisible by 3. And a key.
Pick up the key.
Okay.
I'll show it to Neil.
What's that to?
Oh,
Is it magical?
It appears not. He said there was no magic, so, but there is gold, and perhaps it'll help us get into the Dragon Lake.
I would think it would be a key to something around here.
Maybe
we haven't actually searched everywhere.
We'll search, and if we don't find anything here, we'll keep it for the dragon you've just seen.
Alright, so it says I'm supposed to give you this card, but we're not playing together, so what you would see on this key, and whoever's putting it in their inventory, like, please mark it this way. There is a question mark worked into the head of the key. Oh, and actually, it'll tell you all of this, because this is, well, no, hold on, sorry. That's all you see.
I'm going to enter it as question mark worked into the head of key from Woodland Temple.
Oh, I wasn't looking at your, I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at your,
shrine.
screen. Riley, what?
What?
I wasn't looking at your screen. What did I
There was nothing. Nothing. I wasn't showing anything. Oh. I was it gives you there are cards that you give players when you're playing in person. So it said give
hold
this
it up
card.
To the screen.
No, because you haven't. This is all you see so far.
We can't see the picture?
It's a key with a question mark worked into the head of the key.
All right. Sarissa slides it into her pack.
You know, actually, this is a good question, because
25 gold for me.
Because I think that this is
we don't need to give any to Faunum.
I think this is saying things wrong here. Since Detect Magic is still up, you would notice that the key is giving off a magical energy. And it would be... I have to look at the magical schools, so... You know that the magical school isn't something dangerous. And I'm gonna find the correct... Oh, this mat sucks. It always moves around. Okay. I'll find the school. You guys continue with what you're doing.
Well, I suppose we should look over the entire site, get Rio to help us. And if not, we'll keep the key. Maybe it'll get us in to see the...
Yeah, let's check all the towers and all the rooms. There's I found a gigantic bell over in the south or the southeast tower. We have to check all the towers.
Okay. So we'll just periodically start investigating everything, searching.
Yeah,
okay.
Did we even check this room over here with the beds? Looks like there's some boxes.
No, we haven't checked there.
Yeah,
so we'll tell
some boxes over here.
We let Rio know what's up. Tell him to let's start searching rooms.
So the room you guys are in right now, 6 beds, moldy mattresses, shattered remains of a wooden table, 6 chairs, a soot-stained fireplace containing a rusty cauldron hanging from a spit. And that's it for that area you two are in. I'm gonna say that it's enchantment coming from the key. That's it makes the most sense based on the magic schools. Either enchantment and or transmutation.
So I'll put question mark worked into head of, and I'll put enchantment
Like,
and or.
yeah, the title would be like mystery key, and then the description would be, yeah, enchantment, transmutation.
Or transmutation.
Give me anybody who thinks they would spend some time thinking about this key. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Not my strong suit.
Yeah. Not mine. I got a natural 20 though.
You would know that you would learn exactly what you need to know about it via the identify spell.
What
Since it's a magical item.
I don't understand what you're saying. I have detect magic. What spell?
Identify.
I don't know that one. Maybe Faunum knows it.
I don't know if druids... Hold on. We'd have to...
Yes, I don't know how to detect I don't know how to identify magic. I detect.
I usually just buy a scroll.
There is no way that Faunum would have this. I don't even think it's not even in the druid spell list, so she would let you know, I don't have that kind of spell in my repertoire. I can't think of any other druids like myself that could learn it.
Hey, maybe we could touch the altar again and go fly back and talk to the dragon. Ask the dragon.
What are you guys doing?
Okay, that's a bad idea. Never mind. Neil is down searching the tower in the southwest corner.
I was trying to find your their little icon. Oh, you know. Okay, there we go. That is S4. This roofless tower has a rubble-filled break in its southeast wall. End of description.
Okay. I'll go check the northwest tower.
And John, are you still there, Rio? Are you checking?
Yep.
Okay.
As far as I knew, Rio was just keeping an eye out for baddies. Are you actually checking for treasure now?
Nothing's happened in a while, so maybe I'll just scatter some caltrops here.
Okay.
At the entrance.
You are welcome to draw where those caltrops are so that I know for the future and so that you know if you want to pick them up later. Perfect. Neil, in Tower S3, this tower is open to the sky and strewn with rubble. End of description.
Okay. Only one more to check.
I'm assuming that's going to be S6. The northeast tower. This tower is the only one of the shrine's 4 towers that has not fallen. There is an iron ladder, which you probably don't need, inside the tower that climbs up to a trapdoor that is made of stone in the ceiling. It doesn't say anything about a perception check, so I'm pretty sure you can just notice the trapdoor. Whether or not you're strong enough to open it is a good question. Because it's made of stone. So give me a strength check to see if your little pixie or fairy arms 9. I'm gonna say that's not enough, man.
Can Sarissa put the ladder up and help him?
The ladder is up. You don't need to put it up. It's already there. You're welcome
Sarissa,
to.
come try this.
I don't know. Sarissa's still in that bedroom, so I don't know.
I can help.
No, I followed him. I'm just making some food before I die. Low blood sugar.
Okay. That would have been nitpicky of me anyway, I suppose. So, all right, Sarissa. I can't imagine. Like little fairy bard, that was there's a chance of failure, but possibly strong paladin, tall woman, no problem. No offense, fairy bard. You could have succeeded. Technically, there's supposed to be an orc up here, but I'm not entirely sure because they don't do a good job. Oh no, they do actually. They do a good job of saying, "Hey, there's always one orc in this northeast tower, watching over the land." So I fucked up, and that's fine. There's also supposed to be an extra ogre, but you guys are a party of 3, and whatever. I'll make some stuff harder in the future. All right.
Well,
so that's it. There's nothing up there. Just what's supposed to be an orc, but is empty.
Gotcha. It's an outlook. It's an outpost.
Yeah, the only tower that still has a ladder leading up to the... Yeah.
I'll step out of the way so Neil can fly up.
It's empty.
Yep, nothing in here.
All right.
But maybe we should get that ogre to come with us, and then let's just disappear. Not tell Vana.
All right then.
I don't know about her.
No, I'm sure she's fine.
Well,
Nature magic and all.
Do you think she'll come with us with the ogre?
The ogre's coming with us either way. We're paying.
But it's the killing of and the venison that she may not like the venison part.
No, she seems to be all right with eating things as long as we're not killing pregnant does. Check and see if she'd like to come with us.
Okay.
With the ogre and us.
I am going to pause for just a second because I am not gonna be. I'm not going to be a dick. And the intention was not to be a dick, but Neil, you rolled high enough when you were in the bell tower, like the belfry in the middle of this structure. You said that you were looking specifically for threats. So I only had your perception check be in relation to threats. But I asked you specifically, and you said you were looking for orcs and blah blah. However,
in the belfry.
When you first scouted like along the roof.
Down? Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
However, this doesn't say there's a perception check to notice this. There is a bell up there, and it looks shiny and golden. Well, sorry, no. It looks like it's kind of copper, but you also see streaks of like shiny gold when you were up there.
Mixed into the bell.
Yeah. With that high enough a perception check, you would probably have the idea that where the gold is shining is where the copper was peeled away. Okay. So that's what you would have noticed when you're up there.
There's a golden bell in this place, and there's a big bell. Was it similar to the bell that was found in the southeastern?
That
tower?
one. That one was 500 pounds. This one looks about a tenth of the size.
I see. Okay. Ooh, well, guys, that bell is pretty special. Maybe we better ring it, or maybe we better take it with us and sell it.
You did say when you were downstairs that you were transported to the dragon's lair. Yes.
Yeah.
As if there was some sort of connection between this place and the dragon.
Yeah. When I touched the eyeball, when I touched the altar. There must be connection. It must be.
We might want to find someone that knows about dragons before we go grabbing. Well, or we could melt it down and fuck it, take it with us.
Maybe this is maybe this temple was a cult for the dragons. This is where the people came to worship the dragon.
Should we ask Farnham if this dragon is known to be greedy?
Yeah, I can't remember if we asked Farnham. I thought we did, maybe, what she knew about this temple in general, and I think maybe she told. Yeah,
she didn't know anything.
I can't remember. She didn't really know anything.
No. So we have two choices. We leave the bell here, come back for it later after we've killed the dragon, or we take it with us and take our chances practically.
Or we can just go bring it.
From Farnham, let's just say that you're having this conversation with her. She knows that this is dedicated to Savrus, who's the god of divination and fate. She might also know, that the priest seers here foresaw a barbarian attack on Coneybury, and they actually gave the townsfolk of Coneybury enough time to escape. And it was indeed attacked.
Huh.
Not everybody chose to flee because not everybody believed them, but those that did went to the shrine and brought much of the town's gold with them.
Oh, I'm wondering if they didn't make a bell out of said towns as a thank you to the temple for saving the lives. We should melt it down and take it with us.
Yeah.
All right.
Sarissa's got great ideas.
So it's a 50-pound bell. Gold is kind of a soft metal. Does it seem like we could pry it apart into? Oh wait, we have an ogre. The ogre could carry it. We just need to tie it up.
Right.
Exactly. We'll go down to the orc's bedroom downstairs, grab some linen, fashion some sort of bag, and just have the ogre carry it. We'll deal with it, selling it when we get back to town or something. Maybe somebody has a what's that word? Reward for it.
Sounds good.
So we grab the bell.
Do you want me to fly up there and just try and knock it down?
No, that might make noise. We'll just. It's 50 pounds. I can down.
Okay, so what are you doing?
We're bringing the bell down, and we're gonna strip the ogre's bedroom and make a pouch and throw the bell in it for the ogre to carry for.
How are you bringing the bell down?
Carrying it down, it's 50 pounds.
But who's doing that?
How's it attached?
S7. There's a thing here that said it hangs from an iron fixture bolted to a wooden crossbeam.
So we'll have to unhook it then.
Neil will fly up there and see if he can try to just unhook it so it falls down.
Give me an investigation check,
below.
Neil.
A what?
Investigation.
Investigation.
And Farnham would probably come in and okay. There is no way to unhook it that you can see.
There's no way to unhook it.
And Farnham would have come in by now and say she watched the ogre dig a kind of a little bit of a curved line through the bushes and along the trees to where he buried in this curved line row the orcs and other ogre.
Yeah.
in case that matters. He has not started covering them up with dirt yet.
Neil will try to ring the bell with something. Take something out of his take his sling and knock it and ring it.
Okay. You get a bit of a ring. I mean, it's a fairy hitting a big 50-pound bell with a... Makes a ping.
Sarissa will reach up with her long sword and whack it.
It's 40 feet above where you're standing.
Oh.
And there is no rope. There is no ladder.
I didn't know, getting bits and pieces of information, so I thought it was laying on.
Sorry, this is information I gave Neil earlier today. I didn't know if you were listening or not.
In the belfry. It's not the one on the ground that was found. It's the one that's in the belfry.
Okay.
And apparently we can't get it down.
The bell in the belfry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are the roof beams made of wood? We could burn it.
The roof above your head is... I'm assuming made of wood, but let me just make sure. Vaulted ceiling. 10-foot square hole in the ceiling. No rope. It can be like I said accidentally. It could be reached by climbing, but since you had a flying person, but I did say it accidentally, so I will say it again. Or magic. Spider climb, fly, but I think you guys are too...
Right, well, reaching it's not our problem.
It is, so far. You're the only one that has been able to reach it so far.
Yeah, but I can't... There's no way for anyone to unanchor it. So,
it is firmly attached.
Until they get up there to look.
Yeah.
I see.
You didn't see any way to disconnect
our
it.
Flying person.
No, he's up there.
Take up a rope.
Mm-hmm.
So that we can pull up my block and tackle.
What are block and tackle?
It's a leverage device that lets you pull up more than you could ordinarily handle.
It's a system of leverage. It's a rope. It's a block and tackle. It's kind of like the power winch on the back deck of a seine boat. It gives you exponential moving power with very little equipment.
You know what's funny is in this last week I told myself I want to look up how pulleys work better.
That's what it is.
Yeah, in like middle school, high school, like pulleys can double your pull strength, triple, quadruple, whatever. Like one pulley is double, two is quadruple.
Block and tackle is 2 pulleys in a frame.
Okay, and your idea would be to be able to try to pull it up or pull it down.
To lower it.
Okay,
slowly.
It's firmly attached. Like that's the problem that you're facing right now.
Once we have a block and tackle up there, then we can attach it to 100 foot of silk rope, which I also have, and then break whatever weld or wrought connection is holding it up there, and then lower it.
Okay.
Because I imagine just disconnecting it from whatever's holding it in place could be a bad thing for whoever is standing under the bell.
Very smart you are. Not the biggest challenge, but that is a thing in the book that would have possibly been an issue. Neil, you had a nat 20 on that investigation, right?
Yeah.
That would also tell you that, I'm just going to be generous here. It doesn't really say that would get to you, but yeah. If anybody that you knew had skills and the tools of a carpenter or a smith, they would be pretty damn good at getting this thing unattached. And then as far as lowering it, that's, another story. If that's what you choose to do. You could just let it drop. You could lower it. That's entirely up to you after that. So you could talk to your two friends here, and I'm just going to say Fonum does not have skills in either of those areas.
Well, I think we need a actual skilled tradesman to remove this thing, guys. Like I don't think we're gonna do it, but I mean, we could just burn this whole place down.
It's mostly stone. Oh, the roof isn't though. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, we could just set the roof on fire and let Mother Nature take its course.
Let the motherfucker burn.
Gravity is not just a good idea. It is the law. The bell will come down.
We don't need no water. Let this motherfucker burn.
Exactly.
Up to you.
Well, I was thinking more of the sledgehammer and the crowbar that's in my pack, but
Oh right. You can try that first.
We are fast approaching 7 o'clock. I once again have to use the restroom, but
I do too.
if we are we can save this problem solving for the next session. If you want.
Yeah,
maybe
we either use Rio's hammer or set it on fire.
Yeah,
hammer,
one of those two things
crowbar,
is about to happen next.
fire. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's.
I think we should burn everything down, and then I can fly around and act like a devil.
Excellent idea, Neil.
Utter chaos. All right.
Exactly.
Well, let's call it a night. And you guys can strategize in chat or whatever, how you want to do this. Who knows? Gold is pretty, meltable. It's not. It could melt in the fire, then you have a problem. You never know.
It's gonna weigh the same no matter how it comes out.
Yeah, but it could sink into the stone floor and be a fucking bitch to get up.
Yeah, I don't. Not if it's. We'll ask for what the floor looks like downstairs first. But if it's tight fitting stone, it's not gonna, because it's gonna hit the stone. It's gonna cool and
there's some cracks,
solidify.
But they're not thick cracks. It's pretty much what the map looks like, honestly.
Sweet.
Yeah. But still, then you're scooping up molten gold in weird formations. I don't know. It's up to you. So I think about it. You have the in-character chat in Discord. Nobody ever uses it, but would love to see it. But yeah. End recording. And we will see you guys next week.